then a papa no who dear how I started treatment.
Okay. And then the first time I'm at the call hono. I'm say me call ye me card no me me call the office. And offer or so me nsem. And or diagnose me. Or diagnose me we no aka me yare na kire me, and it was true.
Or can't say no who say how.
Okay, kan ni nyina kire me na so doctor ni no kre. And I kakra nyame adom ya sha say ye treatment. The bia me every day, not a single day matu. Every day bia me ko ya kwa more treatment rooms no bebre. I think it's about 1 2 3
any unimo 4 say the
treatment rooms in here 1 2 I had 3 rooms. So and I just kakra ya kwa
it is say no if I say hit 100% of say what be say
say no make me a catcher or say me wo 85 to 90%.
I see enti o say da be no be jai and I say a treatment at the BI so
odo de ka no nko no nanka o expect say me wie bi abosome ba ko bi anka me nkoji ma ka chense doctor no until say me anka say me hu say me ye free pad I not stop coming.
Eti na was there any point in time I know could have puma na say na
and the puma de me nkura bi da but na the bia even me doctors are need can hear me come for no channel I almost do baby kura nka kura puma ba am say puma de me nkura puma.
Is it what me ekokoya so
oh you really see and for quite 1 year and I'm preaching that. But he won't tell me every day. Me and preach. We don't ten preach. Now, but first, it's not mean to me now.
I see. Doc.
Ono na dia no say. Bra o sha say o ba hospital no. Ade am hu fi ne ho say every bia na onante a. No de nse agu na chi.
Easy.
Bia no.
I said my easy.
Every bia.
I don't know what it is agu na chi.
Ko kakra no agina.
Nante kakra no magina. Ko kakra no magina. Na me ya. Na fi majima ho meka even me by me from steps you kura. Security no what testify. Efuro ya bedru suru ha na magina ho kakra. You see
eti na e die na eye no.
Ne spine no. Dompe na ewo na chi no. Ba say sa dompe no aya na entin bi da dompe no so a eba be fa otu ase. Na sa entin no aya na moja ne ntumi mfa mu yiye. Nti eba na sa no e ma dompe no mu bie. Se eba na sa no a agisi yiyi cloth na aba dom entin ni mu. Na ye pia moja na de ko honom. Ye di moja na ko entin ye de fa entin ni mu. Na e ko dompe no so na afia ma dompe na kensi anim. E kensi anim anante anu bi ja na pain no so ye wo ho no. Esese ekọ nti enkrofo eba ho nyina no won a wo sa pains ni nyina kwa sa kwan na so ne ye fade boa ema wo ho to wo ebinum wo ha obedi hu adanse ye se oba no na ebinum te fa wada fam flat ebinum so te hwiche mu a enne no obetuma di hu adanse ye se won asore a won mokọ nti
ebinum ho kra me amene so no mo dansa so mo kra de no stroke omo de ne stroke no mo de ni pansa so me kwa kope ma yare sanu ba ne me hu ze safo ni nyina omo nante a omo de coil eba nso no nka omo de ni pansa so
Eti doc also started September 21
yeah
da bena
obewi sani awo kan no yare no e wo no ane ho ene wa kire mu se sisi no ohwe pa de a aka beye na yaresa na du beye 85%. Nti ni aka no ebrepa mu no megidi se ono abedi hu adanse se sisi ade ne ho ye nti no ono abegya hoba.
Pastor, apart from say now sisi no ye no say na ama as a normal bi so far how far
already adumaye
no beka say wo fam
eye
o ka enema bi a emema ye inside no
okay, Busama, yes, as a sovereignty. As a sovereignty, as a
no prayer back.
Okay.
And you say, yeah.
So if that's no pay, it was a way a man of very few words. Acupressure, any abutre clinic. Review. Yes, say, Asempa 8 ya. Asemna na will be our Nankasa no problem. Or Nankasa Babecano. Intino, major address. Na other normal nafi, Bassoris. You, that's it. Abutre clinic, no, you hear Chilakwan will come and say ha. And there was Santasi Fanchinebra. Santasi Fanchinebra, no, ya wo poku transport estate in na ye ben Fanchinebra Hospital. Na ye numbers no, ena meba bebu bosa ne be ya opese ofra. Ye be ye adwuma no pay. Akosi Monday a holiday nso ye be hwa yarefo. Nti won me ni adaje no wo momodin mbra Monday. No de gidigidi pa ye be boa yarefo pa Monday mu. Ye de sala no be kan. Na ya boasa ne be ya nkrofo ani ehodin ne be kosoro. Nti ye numbers no na me pa so am say ye na ye Father's Day no. Who declares a 50% discount for members?
Yes, I'm on.
On buy. On why day?
Bibiri na ewo mu a onwie ye.
Okay.
Igu so. Nti ye nuanom nkramofo a ye sala no. Wonum so edidi wi na se yare kakra ha won. Aya won mra won so ye be ma won. Bibi kakra.
Okay. All right.
Nti ye numbers no mienu. Ye di kan no 0247 904473 0247 904473 ana obetumi afre wo 0244 770486 0244 770486 sa numbers mienu wo frɛ ya de abotre beje so na ya boa wo sane be ya wo ho be ya odin nti ye kwa akotena se anopai na ya ye adwuma boa yarefo adwuada ye holiday nso ye be ya adwuma gidigidi nti ayarefo emomoden anu wontu ya na momra anopai me fa fidi kase yesu achia miami PRO ohene yire adwua prabi ono ana adwuma ye kitan na sini nanso na me director de ne ne ye wa sanse woni mu adwuma ye
what to tell who say kon to the kasa enti bia no person oba my direction adwua be so trust na me why
your direction you know what I'm say PRO obama on direction na mama I say kumasi ade ye odia
me yo wa bini ken
adwa
direction de me say abusuan ye Santase Fanchinebra nyame ya adom na de wudru Santase runabout no wo foro be pone kakra hu so Pokuware school ni nie Pokuware school no bra ubenkum so na be di inner lane no mu ubon so ko wanim kakra bi akwan da ho a mane fa ubenkum so e de ko Fanchinebra hospital ho ko na gina Fanchinebra hospital nanim wo gina ni mu apege wani intentinso sei won sabote clinic signboard si wani straight ko na ko fa signboard na se wo fa signboard na se ko wanim kakra bi unifa so won sabote clinic signboard ba ko sansi wo efie no a na signboard ni se animu no asem na twetietie ase kwaku kon
Dr. Patrick Abon ye da se anopai ni wadaje
yesu ye da
sofo ye da se na ye mpai bon say ya me be ma complete healing. But at 71 there we are kana fansa ultimi nyana said that now 20 no bi etu de kaka
but looking fresh still
very fresh
70 na me ashira
71
one class
what the okay 70 that for more
now the one asa ka
but say one say ono oye panyin say me there but when him say nyame ya adom a Tuesday da manimi na manya 62 years na wo hwa eno so say na obeka kirem
enti ye ka say be ba be didi ni aba ba ni anom ni akọ e da si bi adwa nka se be so si go into
wow sorry I did the adults and the adults.
All right.
Papa Jara, maybe this is milk on my say. I say my friend be say we are when you news, mammy. I may be quiet and I say, okay, be not dear chair now, Bunty. I dear chair, may some be carrying. Sorry, you boom. I say, Kay. I dare not fat, but I'm a corona. Now, this has to be quite my business. Dog, now, you is still I did a year, you Maybe I'm bizarre.
And was a Yame Adum.
Just say, what the plug I chairman, what the light. Still. Oh, it's a young couple. What they IRS family bebrea yenim.
All right, I said yes, every day I bet the echo so and mammy acknowledge Mr. Samuel Oten of EPA.
Oh yeah, dear
said whether not a BCI, whether not a bay say no bit to feel tia or who said ye no I say.
They say me na me ready weather forecast no.
Into the church.
Na keka me akole say. Ani be credentials o keka ni na.
Miss Low.
Few. They say me weather forecast wa enne ora oti say yamfa nto Ghana fo nyina anim. Wo say nsuo no ebegugu nkakra titiriw omo wompo na no hodomo no na fe mentifi efam hodomo e de nenam so saa ema saa anafo fam no etifi fam hodomo no anafo fam titiriw no o say ayere mo bedwudwa kakra na nsuo no so ebekoso agugu nsuo gugu no so mfimfin fam ha nyina ebefa ha no mo awie mu kɔ no middle belt no ebefa ho no mo nyina awie mu kɔ no nti wo ya bia wo fire no se anopa nsuo agugu wo ho a bomoden na boa wo ho fi se awia ebetimi agugu ɛna afei so yɛkɔ mepo no so ho no mo no efamu ene nkwaye mu ba bia ya na ho no mo kwaye utimi se emu ayebunu pa no ɛhɔ nso anopa yi nsuo ebetoto ɛwɔ ho no mo bepetipiti aha ebɛyɛ adwuma wɔ ho no mo a asɛm no tofa bomu no eye kusukuku bremu ne ɛwɔ no susu atui enti a wodi anta nopa ye de ebetawia anta wia ebetadwumre nsuo no begugu saa
na de wom so ne sɛ e de awo beba
awo ne
enti sɛ obia the bank no onko other branches the main bank no onko other branches services are the main bank no edebe manu no
eda ase no afutu ayensere wo afi
ti say
eda ase no papa
ye best assurance and as a best point who say your main office no and crime but in crime
ti say wo patch
crime battle bi wa having to one crime and a dia wo ho na wabakumase a and crabata or hanumo make use of them. Thank you very much. Adwa Afribi. And then I remember that it is exactly half past the hour of 7.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia Ghana mai betu pon na gina wo mamba pa wo dwene Ghana ho kane Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana mai MPP se ye ne wo sno kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo kam NDC akatama so okata ne maso CPP se ye ne nanan makoko nyina manyuku no PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne hunu amagawo ho ti Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so memenda no pa bia
Akoko Abon. Honorable Kingsley Nyako, a member of Parliament for Kwadaso constituency. Kumasi heya ena Kwadaso constituency na ewo. Mr. Solomon Anane a teacher ni sounds so a communicator for NDC. Also jabbing ena ofri. Lawyer Kwame Adofo a lawyer ni also Kumasi Fifi heya na also so udi nkomoyi. Wo no seat na 0265 170336 0265 170336 eho ena nkomotwetwe no ye nyina ye de enam enti no edu ho no ma na kire se wo twero na se de open no na ye nyina ya kenkan kama somebody says rage in Accra, that is Kamavinga Valverde Chimeni. All right. And from Kojukrum, downfall of a man is not the end of his life. Surely Ghana economy will bounce back. We some few messages are Facebook live. What my live on Facebook? HELLO101.5 FM. Now comment on the Baha Mr. Solomon Anane.
Yes, sir, boss.
What you say?
Yami Adam Ken Mafu.
What for me?
Ken.
I let me oba.
Ada kin oba nkwa na efe na
o fe yes any osikasa mo nyina mo notice the osikasa ya de free wani mu ai na je wo nkwa na ade ehia o
keni yeni kobo da me mo ba
keni ya today me bomb me go buy Papa Soul
kin
me fie to say
kin fie boko we said the last time by me can say na abusiafo ni bi wada bai but say o mochiko de nyame sense bia ne mari do no say yankoda nyame ya adwen say beda bai akini be yu nyame say do ho to no so ade nya ade po ade bi tikina ye nyame aye bi de beda nyame ase me nkwahwe abai we aho chode maye ma me nkokasa nye na mabre nyame aye bi ken.
All right. Na say we meba Jabe me hwehwe wa me hu na nanya ma afie ba ko apem Jabe yokohene
okay
no dim fiedu enti remember the team kwa na me pewa me hu na me so
ken pa cho hwehwe no
hwehwe wo campus
na o hese mi da kwa no ho a ken aya na mo class mu cha get se kwa no na o pa mi akede bedi ba o frame so ka be ya me okay
okay ye de nyame asese o de awa bedru ha no doc
Menya
apo ti se
nyama do bako na so e
adoma bia
no wache
me ho a
uzo fo ho ye
adom
astan fo nyina
bia
downtown fo
me na obisa me wo ti go de onko de o ma mi o
sa
o mti so kasa o se
akasi no
do se ja kunu
akasi no
na de as documents no do so ade
so kokubako junior I mean check what so phone now.
Like so ayo ho, e friend say MCU ho.
MCU or pa.
First no madam funu no, na me nua cry. Say dey say brother no.
A good man no.
He was a good man.
No, he is.
Okay.
He's still a good man.
I see.
I have friend no.
Okay. Na so no so I also on friend.
Question. I have friend.
Oh yes. That me ya said there be na me friend no na me say. E sa adam phone bi a o dey one friend na. Ono on friend.
Ojuma no say.
Oh yes, na me jai.
And to Uja how many years ni?
This year.
And I have friend.
Me friend.
Which one I brought him so I have friend connected. Why? Also I feel.
It's quite a so to say, doc.
Oh, madam. What a so bako. I issue I will hear your roads no. Fighting. Quite a so. Ushe greater Kumasia. Quite a so ni baby your coin as greater Kumasi.
Quite a so area be na say sir.
Oh, they say what Tan also that. Then also there's not a single tar road apart from main road no. Not even a single tar road. Apri, not even a single tar road. And then China says not even a single tar road. Then Chamoso and I mean so fighting, lobbying, left, right, center. My further questions. This meeting, my further question, I want some admitted on the roads. And you know,
that's how also now was the most modern community hilltop.
Yeah, but I know you're for a certain class of people. Yeah, talking about Nipadoto na no. So you know, as the make a chairman so majority leader and a road minister, you know, say my boy me or make one as well assemble to me. Adibaya me, you know. I'm putting pressure. Then we say, I wouldn't say a quabi, you can also market a quapachapa. At that time, I'm on status. Can you imagine as we speak, a quano, omunye, Ghana or your quano?
I have an okay, quite so.
I know, I turn also market.
Turn also market.
Market no.
Yeah, a
cut down. Who's a kuboma patapa?
Yeah.
2006 or 7 or 10, almost status. As we speak. The guy I did in Oya Mojumano, my friend, for the past 2 years.
No, I said, Minyasho say the needed commitment. Why? No, I mean, so a financials there, but me said, baby, also me could be but a quanon by but time, you know, so come on for them. Interestingly, also swap buying yeah, and when say I buy a cotton of 2020 no. In terms of percentage, Kwadaso was the highest. We got the highest votes. 87% of the votes no Kwadaso.
What does it? Followed by Bantuma, Bekwai.
As a Minister of Roads or MP.
Now we say
now can
I'm sure or I say on my bay to come and do it. That guy now is a particular road, no. The market to Apatuapa and also Palace, Elko, the Chimano. Guy, no, I said in the car. Many na car, I say it's gonna be a man there. And I've told them, and
you've told them.
I catch a road minister. I catch a chairman Abon. So I've told them. This connect in the car 5 million.
Now what me? Almost quite as a former. Say 80-something percent.
87%.
87%. Necessary. Almost almost munti almost nedia. 72 almost for send next time almost.
No, but the point is, there's no way I can number you. But I didn't tell me here. On the channel. Didn't tell me. I'll give them pressure. The roads there.
I'll give them pressure. It didn't see a name almost them. They know. All refer to when
the government and the central minister
of which you are a part.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I mean, and you say fiscal constraint, but they may say he quite as often say a crown seven you could so the mama nyama say yeah quite time baby. Now so quite prayer on say pray ofri a pray call or masi I won't say omo if say omo ya crown the sapana. So not
I pray captain the one.
And I make a channel. Ofri St. Hubert, I hope I feel no say.
Open your pre, Akwaba.
A champion.
King. Dear, now what to say?
When Pinet,
a yammy the same and MP at her. When is it? I pray funny several in a boshio who is so boshio ho, what I saw at Mokangma, and he. Na minu se minu yin na ho ese nka ma so nbutu na dada
what's on there no
wow ani ye bridge no ma hu se shoot na so be ma shoot na be ta echi
hu se ya ye
wa hwe ya e be se bu
hu se no more two major bridge issues and you feel ho crop position na no ma ba be ye and now come madam mo ko no business ya ko hwe and so ma ba be ye and ma ba ka se
main road na office antasi ko himaya ofaso hu se bridge ho bu ya esi no mo beye ensure to na betachi
okay
enti wa hwa e be say
lawyer na MP na o ham afeyem bra from kakra na misa questions science so na ya ehemfo no ne town planning for almost tititi akwan because edu point bia ubebusa ho se nti ha e wa aban pa krate musa ha ye kwan eno ane say yesisi dan no sa wa wonu akofifiri mu lawyer menkai na ya ena me buy pre said the die kama wo ho na ya here for the titi akwan
na said dan ensase no de king omo wo layout ho mehu be omo ayi die pa na so ekwan ye nya enti amafo ya no wi akwan kakra obi aya no wi akwan kakra anti obi hu ana afi ho right say basabasa so mo ba no be ye kwan tuma ho bo sa pre kama pa na me ko apre no na ho nti say na wo nguram am ko apre ba say me enam tama me ko na be si sa be mu say improvement aba adan ya okay kan nyina na ni ho first na he mindful info na wo ho apre die wo mo apre for na kasa no mo sa no mo ton ma room for Ruma for assassin class was a pre-coronam. But he might for assassin on as say you develop ho. Ama honaye nice area.
Oh, say him man no. He might say that stretch no. Follow within 3 constituencies. In share so, father so, and Achuma Kwama. Intino. He might Achuma Kwama. So Ampatia. Susan Kwanomo here from Santa State Station, Abako Bibu. So that is Coffee Job. Aduma Soye. Yeah, Coffee Job Aduma Soye.
So Obieni.
And I can David said the CC.
So as I was Obieni.
Oh me, Coffee Job. There's not even a single coming friend. Last time I found also London. You know, I say, in the car. Your first can man no ma. He told me.
President Kraba how be kind.
I know there.
President Ba how be kind.
One good thing is I know the offer now fa. No, I cannot be actual. No say me chen. But kind, how are you see Tio? Yana, till they see your dino. And I teach you chrono. At the pressure and the burden every abide. Because you see, Oko advanced countries are planning say have a community.
To me,
but I say no now obi akoto asase wo
ngurem.
Aha. Ade che no obi so ba ka ho. Na ba be crew or say aban kwan no. So, me was no enka aban plans so. But nipa ba ho de aban must find sika say over there or the better.
And now uni ono hi. Say you imagine ho a. Enye individuals in the photo. Your land system is owned by the chiefs, majority. And to any business what it's in there, maybe or Henekra and President planning Ukrainian law. What me can control Henesa want to say, Nazasi. And any problem, there is a synchronizing between
the states and
that problem will be solved.
Yes.
And how would they make it? I was a billion years. Because if we say any possible,
but I can't know we get also young to account.
Everything else there. Is it no? This is nya. A binding. And you know me chiefs no. Obia person. They are same my chiefs no. They me person me pesa. They me nya anka state no. And they only all the lands.
But that time na me busa said you almost see teten sasi. Say wo kwesi. Wo beto asase. Wo can say Kwame wo beto asase. Solo beto asase. Asase no even say ye 20,000. Nemum ye say ye levy will be 2,000. Say ye the ye kwan no.
Good idea.
We the ekusi we the san enye. Just say the himfo no jiska no wi a na the aka no ye ya. It will be fie kwan. Eye obi wodwene ho ase de ya leta dan no saa wo ho
ye wo ka no eye de ese ye o ma we de ese ye
bibia no ye politicians and as a politics massa himfo no so role ben no mo play because sometimes I wonder who share a news item bia no hini bi gina TV anim na nani abre extra ban say ye petret sa no mo ka no and ya threat ni ha and you had the what on Sasima by 2,000
yes.
Minimum of 50,000 per one. It won't mean you back say politicians yes so again to me and coming train for I almost
your problem you pa no. Yes, sorry I took quite ba it's advanced country we say as some honorable can advanced country answer na area be you better no ma be layout a good kwan in area. Eti wo ba wasase no ye good kwan a wo fa so akọ wasase so. Eti wo kwa ya no ase wasase si uda. But I had a problem I want to say. Ahemfo no omo tumi dodo. No revi so mo tumi dodo. Eti a problem ne entimi solve until say ye be ma state na powerful. Your state ni ye weak. Ghana as a state is a very weak state. Ahemfo no and wo tumi. It says, oh, hini because of 2 years. Omo nyina ba. Omo bo hini no ho a. No mo de da o hini no fom. Because of a vote, if ni ne man for. Enti the so yen, won't mean yet. Enti we need a stronger state. But the state no as Ghana state no a weak state. That is why we are facing all these problems. Like here na state. I was saying.
Anya legal regime no so.
In Pempi. Sa him free. Bia me fa we the example apriwa wo kan. Bo hu se bia o hinu no kura bia o tinkan. Ana o theater. We example. Bia o theater smaso ana TUC ana share so. No abeton sa ase na ba. No. Ubo se obi asifie kama wo busa dan it me see se fie we ha ekwan agba.
Na ekwan onam so no de biam brand new. What did nam foot room na ka de cause say you won't pay na cheche
ebi astetena solo said they have been doing so there baby I would say we have been doing problems driving some problem
I for no say the weekend kremia ma wonder che by bi so ya de e ko adakoja achi na many baby passes in your choir the choir said you see a layout on the camera and where is
that's brilliant
na baby okra inyantoy by a twin kania nyina fan so the weekend to be go no e twa asase kama kwan dey ngui but what but so kwa eno say e twa kwa no to wa because kwan na ho a wan sisi a ntitama ban
no sisi na esi kwa
o de be obaso de kwan ne ba no na afi do be hu say de tuba bia na but na da hoda da at least ukabon say this is access road and as area say develop a anwa cars na dia anwa ne ba no kwan na be fa so ba no o de ka wo so mo na no ya kwan
eno ada ne kwan
na wada ne kwan to bia ba na bi ne say kwan na no the time mo fa layout mbra properly a mo ba yi kwan afro bo say e kwan na kokmo bi fi isa na edi kan yi kwan na to na anwa ka ne ba fa so a te kwan ni be de mo and when I went to Adakoja, I was very happy. The GDA said, "Now okay, a client call I fully 90 because there are basic things that
they will not agree.
They will not agree.
They will not
agree. You cares about nothing.
So
but I think that
they will never agree.
I'll say
because
discussions
the state is a weak state.
We'll say discussions.
Other country, they have annexed all the lands.
Senior. So what trust us? Let's say if you will be city come. Go and sleep for 100 years. You will come. The land will be nobody.
Connecting roads be obi timi esi ne dan esi ho na ho akoye cul-de-sac it is esi
not true
no thoroughfare odwene una me adwene una eso ba hu se e dan esi ho no yes esi kwemba je bu enyi yes na anyway
I think about the last one so one minim the legal regime on the whole legal regime about land and all that. One of the issues I say my yard come and say, okay, say me say bia Obeko community be. Man for 60 mansions. And no almost see mansions no. And to me and come together say ya baba be si fie. And no yen kan yen sase. Now at least yen contribute to na yen fa enya kwan no. Ken and so me feel say no so ya there. Or say the yard come. So because now na kwese say bibia
honorable
what's the matter no me ba yes
obi be catch us say won when you sika ye wo kwan
I know
o catch no
ti o na me ka say aso aka no me say me bia me ti no I had there was that issue okoya feel say on kwan no so but I'm saying say or say to me develop that attitude no that spirit baby na kwatsa no ye nyina ye so ye moa because at the end of the day no say about chance of one baba ya una o kai the essay una e bia BBC because of bad nature of the road no una say even am robbers can even do you harm because ekwanenye because unto mean speed near there
that
so it's no
something say you will baby o was a walk on out to came one no be person watch wa ono na phone cry na
oh yeah
no cry any just a car no I say
I don't do
it's
asma honorable king a better pass it me develop this attitude the idea make sense
that it should start from
yes the idea make sense what mean so wow kan o hin bi timi dina table so any here ya ne enti abai mra be how now what ti kuro bi o twen ba wi ate no one ya TV abesi usundi wo say abai mabua na musi ya ne sabi enti ye wo problem pa wa bra kan ne wo ye be say communal labor ne say kwasa foduma be
kwasa
ko mo amrati wo ho bra betima bo mo yaye o mayi kama abai free crime ra no sabi o mebo ya ne that is the problem we have enti obi awo attitude say abai beto abama abai kra binya
yeah
so adenti na say me ya ni ye mom ayen ye problem e won no bakon enti kin ye dey long way to
okay enti akwana na ya na no we for mom waye kakra na bi no the no say
Abon
do na anti no do na anti communities no
say Abon any him for not tenase
no ne land cruiser kakraka the bias na nabo aba kwesi no abedi owia na Akoko share so ene attachment say share so ne attachment ene hilltop say ho ne aye dada but share so ne attachment so him for so ye tia o mama ya de o mo develop o mo hono
answer na ho na
now doc she said the about say yes Ghana is seeking for IMF help to revive the economy and president say the support will revive the economy and minority for a question was say IMF bailout no you in the government must take responsibility for Ghana's economic crisis mon tintum say eyemo awa ban mu mona mo ama sa you can say ahochiri aba say ultimately recognize it the cause of the problem na eboa ma solve it is say they are bedroni of chief
Mame chia obiom na menchia kwada so for TF4 nyina NPP abamu ministers chia obia na IMF bailouts then the make one say Nana Akufo-Addo say ebeboa ma etme rabo economy no jetu na mi mom de na say ebeko IMF de na ya dia mempe because minim say IMF 17 times na yakọ ni aba bibia nsi entino me no me imagine say I will support aban no ewo nyoma aban e de agu kwan mu say the be ye be ye ho afri say ye depend largely on external and donor partners. So that is why I will share your budget they buy. You did not be able to come a bit more boy yet me a neska free or minimum. Na 2015 April, you call IMF Ekopemwa under President John Mahama. April 2015. 2018 any free mo. Now you call 2015 no. My ready reports no about conditions ni boom ene sama amaka che say sky amodi $918 million no araba in 3 tranches we make sure say mo betimi a develop and betimi anya ska bebre free mwanka sam chrome yen raise revenue. That was what they told us. Now you strengthen your financial sector and so many other factors. So it means say amo change say no, your destiny no, our nsem. What can say in delay with our wage bill? That is why Osha yade moratorium and freeze auto employment so. Ken your war of mem no the solution na ye no our nsem. Any Brony nsem, any America for nsem, any Germans for nsem, our yanka nsem. That was why Nana Akufo-Addo and say we need to deviate from the Gadgetsburg economy. Now you try say you bet me build our own capacity. You build factories. You build the industries waha. So the buyer you bet depend less on importation. Now more on the you bet produce waha. There's the value. So 1D 1F a buy to help us to achieve that. I started, it will take a while before say maybe I bet me I working in the much needed benefits no. Ken, in our budget of 2022, and we all knew say the economy no was not doing well. And yet start here, our economy has been struggling over the years. Debt to GDP ratio, meaning it has been increasing almost all the time. So, by the year 2008, you feel so. Now, debt to GDP ratio near 24.54%, 24%. By the year 2016, na akọ 55.94. So, and static, they be a cost because of the structure of our economy. So, what do you do? We all know, say, yeah, any sika your revenue I generate about 12%. I buy now say by the year 2024 no, or say it me 20%. We were working towards that. Then you say that was why we brought in the levy. Because the year 2020, mobile money transaction crime was about 500 million Ghana cedis. Last year, Muvuko was almost 1 trillion. So the idea was that yentimi enya size carry from within. We could have gone to IMF at that time, but we thought, say, why don't we use local resources? Make us say, during the levy issue, issue statement on the floor. Dealing with our economic challenges, do we need domestic might or foreign control? And the emphasis was on domestic might. How probably was a business free system. Apart from the levy issue, we also had an intervention. You can say, 2018, remove benchmark values now. At least say the importers in terms of the taxes that they were paying, because that policy started to review. So I want you to buy in the case that reverse benchmark values now. Thinking say reverse benchmark some money is to move the economy forward. Cobra Chuamin when we implemented that, I was told now so many months had gone. Levy implemented levy May 1. That time 6 months was gone, and so many exemptions because you knew no more NDC no your margin say and now they are paying levy na cost because their thinking was that the Timenia says Kana will be able to build the economy. They kick against that. They fought us, and it was so sad. Because time I build a core finance committee, I see NDC 4 members on the committee. I'm going to do amendment, more issues, amendment to the bill. After forcing the ranking finance committee, or choice 0 from 1.75 no 0. They didn't even want it, and for me it was so sad. Meanwhile, now you go through the energy crisis. NDC for introduce so many levies. Abano cooperative me pass here. ESLA, an energy sector levy bill buy ye pass here. The sinking fund, the buy ye support here, and there was that cooperation. But this time no, we buy share all the revenue enhancing measures are.
And you've been advised by the minority to take responsibility for the economic crisis.
No, the point I'm making is
all
that we are doing, a responsibility on the part of government. Abon who said there was a need, and I'm telling you, we went to IMF in 2015. Abon took us out of that, and Abon the number by say. Young pesika ewo yen system nim. Share there was one policy at the buyer review of fees and charges. 2022, but it is in there. Say every 5 years, there should be automatic review so that money should be made available to public institutions in terms of IGM. As we speak, in Timi and go through manual property tax. It's not doing well. You can say the common part from Eba. So anything that we are doing, the opposite. That is why we realize we needed to go to IMF because the global economic environment is not favoring any country anywhere. Omanpenny and Asa are buying in these times, sir. Very, very difficult. The NDC guys, they know it. But you see, because of protests, they want to cash in on that. But the MPP take responsibility to face this challenge. And this is a temporary setback. I believe, we will deal with it. Because Ghana fee IMF move in the year 2018, it means we can do it again.
What?
But you see,
most Ghanaians can say, I say, monoma, can say IMF, kono, ekoye adibia, ekoye sebe abomination. Say, who, and yet, papa, kasa, mo members ni bi ekai. Ebi say, no nama or almost soon. How almost say na mukaya ejidi.
No, I can say Ghana, you call IMF. This is the 17th time, and Ghana, signatory to I think as Article 4 or so. Your whole point, but the point was that you see Ghana, we can make it from within. Ken, we share the macroeconomic indicators from 2017 to 2019, and Ghana was doing well. I have the figures here. I can tell you, we were performing better when you compare the record of the NDC. We were doing so well. And now, 4th year and to we had this twin difficult on our hands. Tuesday and Ajo, now me program be international trade focus. Ewo Metro TV. And the gentleman who was speaking, Eka Sembi. If you know Ziab, I've forgotten the surname. Kase. As we speak, even fertilizer importation, the price is even high. Energy prices are soaring and all that. So countries are burdened, and Ghana is not in isolation. And so we are going, but for these two events now, Abano, Ghana now you the path of economic recovery. But skin say Bibi say etua. I mean, there should be a way of dealing with it. And Abon I respond in a way to deal with that. Ken, if you could indulge me, Mesro. Now I'm gonna say a messy economy. That is not true. That is a blatant lie. And they know say the economy has not been mismanaged. Until 2020, we were fine. Ghana was doing well. So, Ken, the rare sector of the economy are three: agricultural sector, service sector, and industry. Over the real sector of the economy, before agric, for example, in the year 2014, agric it tumpon by 0.9%. Agriculture. 2015, it tumpon 2.1. 2016, it tumpon 2.7. When we took over, it made the agric any echo 6.2. The following year, we went to 4.9. 2019, we did 4.7. And these figures now are higher than what we came to inherit. 2020, we moved to 7.4. Even 2021, agric minua it tumpon by 5.3%. Over industrial, and then this in the year 2014, it tumpon 1.1%. The following year, 1.2%. 2016, 4.3%. We took over in 2017, and it moved to 15.6%. The following year, it went to 10.5%, then 6.4%. 2020, it came down to negative 3.6%, and we know the obvious implication of that. Over servicer, we almost 2014, almost year 5.2%. The following year, 2.9%. The following year, 2.4%. We came to 2017, we did 3.4%. Then we did 2.7%, 7.6%. You see, so we were doing well. About a GDP growth almost year 2.9 in 2014, 2.1 in 2015, 3.4 in 2014. We moved it from 8.1 to 6.2 to 6.4. Even last year, we did 5.8%. I'm making the point to say the economy is not in a messy state as they're saying, but induced by what is happening. What I say. Now, even major countries, inflation, hard drain, and no costs everywhere. That is what is happening in this country. But government is responding, so we are taking responsibility. Abon use some measures: fiscal policy, monetary policy. Monetary policy, no Bank of Ghana responded. Meanwhile, a policy rate no cost by 4%. And as we speak, no policy rate no cost they even benefit. because we want to deal with inflation or reduce money supply in the system. So all these things have been done. I say, and we're here about so appointees, almost salaries, that so to about 30%. Fuel coupons by
30% or not to 30%.
But I think a categorization by 30%.
Yeah.
So by 30%.
Because I so to 30%.
Oh, no, by 30%. So by 30%. Fuel coupons are slashed by 50%. Yet the embargo at importation of new vehicles and all that. So that is how government is responding as other measures. Now, last was it Thursday or so? There's this Dr. Kasimbi PCFM or Chilankra said about a great minister. A great minister performed poorly, and I was so sad because I disagree with him because the data I've shown to you, doesn't speak to that. What I say, and the first time in our history, Ghana and the leading exporter of yam. And I'm sure you are aware of that. You beat Jamaica to it. We did about $46 million or so. The first quarter of this year, economy not ending by 3.3%. Our Greek sector in the lead year, our Greek sector beat the service sector by 5.8%. So, what I say, a Greek minister, you need to convince me with data. But what I've told you, I mean, and not buy a thing, you need to, but anything. Maybe we do see a boy. Can't be body negotiation. Can you say?
But if a normal crisis will partly induced by maybe.
Yeah.
But a bit so busa say yes. Say a bre a more than so say we measures are different.
Yeah.
A buying say appointees, ministers.
Yeah.
What you want, so and I say by 30%. Maybe it's still ministers, no, a dorsal presidential convoy, no. These are not normal times.
Yeah.
Ebia, Senki, Tiswa, and Kenosun Kaye, but and a president, na Quantu Autu. Ebi so say, I say, not a born or stroke like that. But in order to show, say, we are in hard times, no. Can normally we can buy the system kakra. Remember a month for so say yes, the government is really showing leadership.
Yeah,
and is caring. But
me know you are doing perfectly. You see, when say introduce measure BR a graduation. So I buy introduce a particular interventions. So there's a retreat at PDRC. I'm sure if you can put MP, you're supposed to be there on Monday. So when we say there will be further interventions at Bible to do so, your majority chairship or say production at your corner, you number park your cars or parliament near for bars near Franco Pediase Monday, at least to help in some of these things. So I'm sure say a Bible introduce other measures are a bit more king. Only say some countries beyond or more are reducing even salaries of employees. In these times, about me can say take austerity measures. I'm just making an assumption. So Abanka say, and more thing. And the best say ABR ministers, maybe MPs, ABR those on the majority side. You bet Obiaka to also 50%. Now citizens are Juma. Obian sacrifice 1% or 2%. Aban can make that proposal. But I don't think Aban ever side because already and my boy Ekosu. In this all case, will be forfeited the salary by 1% or 2%. You are compounding the situation. So, but some countries have done that. Yeah, what COVID period, people worked part-time, they were given full salary. At that time, Aban did all these things. But Aban could have taken that decision and say, okay, let us do this. What's the matter? But when we say, Penny, respond. Now, IMF, we are there. We are negotiating. What I say, there will be
for how long? How long a negotiation ever cost?
I can't tell, but
okay. The final question, man, cost. Usha wechia. Eya wunya nuhu bi kakra. Ewo mo crofo. said now Omo AC painting IMF to Ghanaians. And he builds who could draw Omo a day say, yay, IMF not lie.
So, me, for example, me appear on so many platforms. I didn't support the idea of, when we say, Ken, share central bank, one of their functions, no, a lender of last resort. The same thing applies to the IMF. Why idea bia, why will be also ye bia, that's a normal anti-me amfa. Then you resort to that. I think, say, government was convinced, say, a normal idea a good kwamono. Ye level no bit my baby 5.9 billion. It bet me an escape from a reversal of the benchmark values. The common platform no for property tax no can give us some money. Periodic review of fees and charges no could give us some money. Ken, I'm telling you, say, share. And one other thing is say, because of the downgrade by the rating institutions, Fish and Moody and all that no. Because we are fighting over the budget, the yield levy, they were scared and were downgraded. And also affecting in your borrowing capacity. I'm telling you, sir, if the budget had been approved at the beginning, we wouldn't have been where we are. But in politics, no, you call for you person will take advantage. So, Adebia, this car ever brain piano, they are fighting against it. But I told you earlier, say me, I've gone for my Mahama. On emails, almost state of the nation advice are making kind of back. I've seen say when we were in difficulties, no, meaning all the interventions they propose, you support to you, but because your parliament, no, the numbers are almost the same, 137 plus 1. So they are using that as a weapon to frustrate. But for me, no, yeah. For me, no, it is very sad because how do you want? No, I mean, how do you want? Opese are buying a fairly woefully. Assuming say you knew honum ochina. Say omano essay could do baby. Now wo ba. Ahonde na uhiano will be more than say omano be ye na waba. Now who told you say oh yeah amanosema. The better you perform, the more people are going to vote for you. Things can change. Then Adele Kufanye, but he lost elections. We lost elections by 40%. So I'm telling my colleagues on the other side, say, in the spirit of Ghana's progress, no, they shouldn't frustrate the business. Now say, long be a better approval. Me we no, long be a better approval. Bibi amompene. Adena, Oma journey etisa.
Because Yakotwabano, you were extremely, I don't know, say arrogant. Some of you, your party officers, so arrogant and decided to do whatever they thought. Say, and lose musit. Someone lose musita. Until next time. The phone forecast. Thank you. Mame Enfa Kwenyes na mentia Nana B or no person or national organizer. Is the MPP diaspora branch organizers? Hey. Woma trockrata ten the office of which I say, Canada, UK, US, Holland, Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Nigeria, Austria, China, Japan, South Korea, Spain, Denmark, Middle East, South Africa, France, Germany, Belgium, Finland, or we and the warm support and their man, his son or my pa, or a youth leader, or and as a party member, why to almost a guswa diaspora for say. Montro Emma Nana B boom na on konkusi omo frɛ papa no couple no omo mini Samia Oku on kusi na non konkoye adwuma pama omo Mr. Solomon Anane enso so ewo ha solo NDC communicator or ha who styler Dr. Kingsley Nyako pesoye no the hijacking program no nti I'm moving forward adedua ewo anyafutu was despite the fact that another regime is also going to IMF. The NDC is not an option to govern Ghana now. Ghana's economy will surely bounce back. OPK will go. So Nanado and NPP, IMF is due to global crisis, but Mahama and NDC, IMF was due to mismanagement, profligate spending, unprecedented corruption, and bad leadership. So never again should this clueless and incompetent Mahama and NDC compare themselves to NPP. And he greets Mr. Omar Wadie. So we teachers will not go to school until Nanado brings cost of living allowance. Teacher Kofi Offenso Kaira texted. So the global recession today that has sent Ghana to IMF is not the same as the days of create, loot, and share. We Efi Buama Eho or so Nkoko. Yana Kwame will pass someone or say, in fact, there is hope for the country Ghana, and let's collectively support the government to succeed. Indeed, Ghana will bounce back strong, and this IMF thing too shall pass. He greets Alexander Afeknyo Markin and Rabo. I say, good morning, King. Kindly tell the Ghana Water Company that we don't have water in the barracks for 2 days. And if they are also to close it, they should kindly inform us. Really, a texter, Nipa one Trinity, you can say soon, but you better so I can't from Ghana Water. And Ghana electricity for the DHM. Citizen Francis was say we criticize John Mahama's administration for going to the IMF. Yes, and certainly we are not running away from that fact. MPP promised itself never to go to IMF for bailout, largely because at the time of such decisions, there were nothing like global economic crisis like COVID, like Russia-Ukraine war. Unforeseen circumstances beyond our control have made us eat that humble pie and make us turn to the IMF. Anane from Kunsuko Jokrumo. So the downfall of a man is not the end of his life. Our beloved country and the economy will bounce back again stronger. Okay, so boss or Chiao Kunsu. Joining IMF doesn't mean all is lost, so Ghanaians should be patient. Men who before do Adumasane text teacher could you at a so everything that Nanado will do, NDC will try to oppose. How patriotic is NDC? Encouraging Ghanaians not to pay the e-levy so that Ghana will be starved of funds to develop the nation. Now that there is no other alternative than to go to IMF, listen to what these same people are saying. God forgive them. So Ken, have you heard that? Ken, have you heard of what Haruna Idrisu said about their refusal to support the e-levy? No, I haven't heard. He said the NDC refused it because they didn't want government to get enough funds to develop the country. Zakaria Efiabuakwa. So I doff my hat to Dr. Nyaku on his initial remarks on roads. Good roads are very crucial for the continuity of this government. Yamponsa Okrufa Himfio said the incompetent Mahama and his NDC should spare us the economic lectures. The NDC went to IMF on 2 separate occasions. That is 2009 and 2015 respectively, when there was no global pandemic or any major war. And Ko Singh wrote from Akoko or said Nanado is going to IMF. The IMF will be much better than that of President Mahama's NDC. Mr. Solomon Anane, Ghana is going to IMF for support, and you are telling the majority to take responsibility of the economic woes. Kwabena Frimpong, we a TV repairer, I require Sunia road runners, and then you are with a happy birthday to you, Kwabena. Akosia Henkan or Hello FM ha, and was a Kwabena Frimpong. We have repair TV, TV in the assay, no CC na kama. Emo awoda pa. Akosia so mo awoda pa. Solo.
Ken anapay mamenchia na menchia etifo at Chabra Majibre etie. The original chairman Augustus Andrews to Dona friend na kwasi. Nana baby obi anyame onto nkwanem onta washim omonkunim die enya wodia abatwa edawa nemi. Ken anapay nanka question na obusa me yonko bebo honorable Dr. Kensinyako. Nanka obefa kwanya no. Nanka wapa Ghana for chow, say Ghana for your gua. Ghana for your dadam. Ghana for your becancer moi, and then you cray at your mo. Na dear Sibia and a monfanche. And call your son can pay and some much baby being and come you don't have a ship bottom. Nanka Yaka say, you better show my no ACC. But still, you see the arrogant posture of the NPP. Even in the midst of such difficulty, Bube Bomodin say, you better I come together. Now, still, you see the unnecessary comparison and trying to say whatever. I will take my time. Maybe can't be too grand. I'll be okay. Now, MPP for engine 2 say all the economic fortunes from 2017 to 2019. Need any hand in it. They did nothing to enjoy those economic fortunes. And yet the prudent economic measures. NDC did go acquire IMF. Near my did for now I started yielding results. And this is what all the indicators are. Inflation now perform, interest rates now perform, debt to GDP, where everything was coming on board. And the international community have predicted the growth for Ghana come 2017. No one knew Abaya or Bogo 2017. And yes, our economic fortunes ni ano aye Jumadia NDC baye. So they inherited it until we saw it in 2017, we saw it in 2018. By 2019, due to reckless management, all our gains now shall say delay. And that's honor the misfortunes of this country, I shall say. That was the first point. Second point, they say the NPP right from the beginning of this year knew that Ghana was going to IMF. But almost sincerity and disrespect for the good people of this country kept on giving us hope that we're not going to IMF. Today, I want to submit, say, levy. Now, MPP for yes or Modeba. No more catch say it is either levy or the IMF. No, that statement was never true. MPP was using the levy as a bait because now IMF. IMF so say now why the babu no a quite ben so and a mwamba for abua na ni makoyi ombe catch IMF say ya she levy ase say sign the third year then na MPP for try as some the levy be share kon there's one ko IMF the levy at the table no so say it here. I am even tempted to believe. Say figures are not much out to us. Say every month we are going to get 600 million. And they are finished near something like 6 billion. They were all cooked figures. They knew that these figures weren't coming. But say the bay juicy to all of us. If we are getting 6 billion and server, so the call for it. Because most Ghanaian at that time no per se you become no. And this have betting but the reality dawned on them. The last time I was in your studio, Mikachi was say things weren't looking good. Esan said 3 budget items: amortization and interest on loans, compensation, and a payment to statutory bodies. Some way consume almost 100% of our internal generation. It's the MPP promising us heaven, promising us Agenda 111. Promising us railway from Kumasi to Ehe, promising us money. They weren't going to get money from anywhere. And they knew right from day one. No money from day one. That these were the realities. Now, as somebody say, a day in a day, I bedu Sambria, Yako IMF. And your monkey ken. Me asape, macho me asape wa. And your me di yako. The other kind say, huge depreciation of the local currency. And no, and Ukraine Russia war and the buy. And you purely mismanagement of the economic management team. And yama almost me unfungwa kwambuye. Things they have complained on now koka ni aka planting for food. Miss Bacho agriculture a grow for 3.5 a number. Say a person you who say agriculture grow you could your one and your money at saying Bayre Abu yes but to Bayre. But people in Accra tell us say a tuber of yam pona is costing 25 Ghana cedis. That's the reality. Many economists are, but they tell us, say, commodities in the drop near Bua. Because fewer money is going to chase for more of the produce, and therefore automatically it will come down. So, by Abu said, the honorable person now still in some part of this country, a tuber of yam, go to the Sandia, then that economists. Ninim say a new trender, I cannot phantom. But that is not true. And Nima a dear call IMF. But when I say
depreciation of our local currency. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Obayano, was saying what CCD no, and they share them the case number IGP. Today, why is the MPP not speaking about the city? And the city across the 8, or people are so nine. That is the reality. Second point, they say, a car ya busia ya bre, a bay a brubusia, Ken, near Bethany, so near catch or say, baby, omudi yakon, kinu. Na kina nyawa. So manya yakobusia. Transaction fee. Banker ye chama womu. Aye banker. Ye finance minister. Ewo interest room. Minu kasane MPP baye. Ya bobusia over 240 billion Ghana cedis. 0.7 of that money. Aye transaction fees. Ako banker. Ye finance minister. Enya adododie edigum. Na sika akriu. Ato busia ya bonkwa. Aye 150 million Ghana cedis. Inti Ghana ebo busia. Ekwa hunye muno. Na obi eyeye. Nti sa nipa na ye bo busia ma ne eyeye no. Adenti na debia onko bo busia. Nti wo mo bo busia ne ba fide so a ne ye kasa se busia mu boy e de ebeko yonim. Nti ya bo busia na ama wiase edwaman so. Omo bo busia hu se bebi ayedu no Ghana ya da paafo se bo busia sika ye wo entimi ntua. Nti ye boy busia biewa enyeye. Nti international market so they can all the rate agencies are rated down. It we don't have access to international market. That's the second point. The third point is domestic events are boosting our bon. And you money na Ghana for. If you are foreigners in this country, oh money are partake in domestic boosting our bon. And to who say Niama, of course, many of them are taking their money out of the system. Almost coswa. And yes, see the Dominican because they are not Ghanaians. They will go in dollars. So as those people begin to move out of the economy, it brings further pressure on them. The last one, a profligate spending. And the patient, say MPP for a corner dear, say a near man board dame de a car and fun for some proper beer and romaine. Aqua dear baby say. Until one they are saying, and now COVID, there is every indication, say look at even before COVID, all these signs were obvious that where Ghana were heading to. And yeah, DBA, I get probably. Now, I am one that in every jurisdiction, now I am a as a politician, say young penny for the animal, they don't take the country serious. In other serious jurisdiction, less than 2 weeks ago, we had prominent people in this party still keep assuring us and reassuring us, say never are we going to the IMF. What happened? I didn't see here. I didn't happen within just 1 week. Over the weeks and over the months, now Ghana and your pivotal. Elsewhere, some painful in Yabeka say, we have failed you as people. We don't deserve your service. But here, you would find people with energy who will come to see you and come and defend it. So the people who sit in Omomotifeno see us as politicians are a bunch who would always come and deceive them. No question me won pa say, I have fed my brothers. We are near COVID. Lawyer, who do a neutral person over Boabi. COVID the buy no. Sika Ghana yenyaye in terms of sinking fund, heritage fund, Bank of Ghana, Bobusia, Yeko World Bank, Yeko IMF. Ye di nyina chino ye finance minister beka che say aka 6 billion e da wa ye nyendiye. Meet me money the beka bu an say COVID ne plan no e bre sika e bre ye faso. In the year of COVID, so person say the Ghanaian economy was badly hit. Your revenue target, let's say, GRE reported at the end of 2020 said they have exceeded their target by close to 2,000 plus million Ghana cedis. The government target, so they call in that year. No, on the catcher said they have exceeded it. And even in one particular year, wow, target almost a revenue, Sika, million% marginal, Minyama ne broswa. I didn't know better back say, and the idea, who babies. In any case, from 2020 to 2021, a basic wedi ukaboma is over 230 billion. From the finance minister, was Sika yourself covered home, and yet 12 billion. Now, what the 230 billion? Now, the 12 billion, and you covered that. How do you come and tell us? Say, baby, a mania you who, bra, and you covered. Let me quote Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Was international shocks no? If you're butcher bar, enter Nigeria, enter Benin, enter Cote d'Ivoire, Nemba Ghana. Ebeka woman na. And the question is, atete or how a problem a hotel mu aye den ye to ayento ye koda ayenda ye nya aduane ndinum nkura etwa enwahia ye nanfofo Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Sankoni Nano, are they going through the same? And the answer is probably no. Again, the Ukrainian war. Besine, Ukraine, and Yamam Yunu, and no more sporting on. Ghana, a affected. But who you wheat? It's a name of Kodamaso, not Pano Boya Dia, and Yamiwa. Just a wheat for Ukraine and Ma. The second thing is sunflower, sunflower. Yamwa. Proper Ghana ha. We have other substitute for Angwa. Uko miame busumtri ha vesa oil o produce soya bean uko dwabe oil mills o produce ngo o produce angwa nti angoni anwa enya ade a Ghana yentimi enya bi ade kwa wunyehiem ka uko Russia say ye to crude free Russia ye to fertilizer free Russia say that Russia is doing friends say Russia to ade ama oman a omuni ndidwa meni uka say Yara company or Ghana ha or to fertilizer Yara a Russian company. But see, I'm making still an obuswa or produce. The crux of the matter, they say, the NPP administration has mismanaged the economy. Agri is not doing well, not because the Ghanaian farmer is lazy. We know Kasane companies are a supply agricultural produce. More mine Ghana are buying the Omoka in excess of 400 million, and for that matter, they are unable to supply. We know Kasane Omo agricultural farmers seeds edukobia are buying the Omoka in excess of 200 million. We know Omoka say school feed, say every sector. And tinya me one, me chana me raho, me share me doctor, very noble man. I work with MP, wakwada so, na agena unwa, sanko be boduma pa, wakwada so, no tina bi oniwa. I'm tima domo se somobo, akasa ampa, doctor kisinya kumba kwada so, jumbo we no kodi or the pima na why oko biawa o say band mika wuntua asembe yi
solo ya so also we ni aje so say free afei ma ni busa o ka
kero kati busa na
fine na me ti na so lay
kenye nko
sa oil companies are abo mu din
yes okay
da be no mo ba Ghana
kino mba Ghana ache
enti no all along no na omu na Ghana enkra anwa enfri baby a
na Ghana
enkra anwa enfri baby
oh no they are importation of oil
no say o sika ide
asa no it be say e ba se kura ankatadwe yati denne it says a foreign oil ne ba na nka ne boafo I be compete with the local market so that if by divine intervention foreign oil no ema the vessel oil, the Drabi oil mills, the benzo oil, so oil mills now will now boost their production because
but why are the production not being boosted? Bring
the government officials here and be asking them.
I don't know why you're
again, bring them there here.
That be busa. Say na and why you crane boy into say boost ne there. Why I don't know boost them man.
What say? They bring them here to come and answer.
I buy the cocoa boost.
What say?
I buy the cocoa boost.
They have complained all this while. Say the enabling environment. My business is a driver and my companies to me produce to optimum the it's not there.
What do you mean? Say never say obe exceed your revenue target, but now expenses. A bit to me more than the.
I agree with you 100%. But MPP are buying a bed demonstrated to us. Say COVID is here no. A car wo boy ye. Impusika wo munya ye. So mo de ko bo COVID ho bra no. Wo mu disika na me bi kai e mani e da ho.
It's no. Mami mo kasa na eti. Ti de o kai ye na me bi person me nya.
Na come on, my friend, one of those boy. Me do have come on boy. Yes.
Ye do come. Adentina.
Yeah.
Aban no mo se onu hu say
kina say ya interview bi o mami corner de me wi abi
that's hanya platform so say na hazo so nya pop
no allow me na obi tikem o see ya want them can see ya
okay on tell me ankwa
okay call the
pop so nko ani ba kasa ye busa
you can do to aso
Dr. Kisdinyako kasa me busa
okay
adentina hu say enkofo yi ayedin omunya IMF from beko na omu ka say Yempe homegrown solution, which is introducing kind of say e-levy. Now, vehemently, more opposite.
Can me ba expenditure will say. Some revenue projection making ye. are 3 budget items. A consuming nano. Not 11 inclusive. I told you. It be catcher was say what they are telling us. Someone cannot be the truth. And will not be the truth. And we've vindicated.
Why did
again?
Why did you
I so
opposed the e-levy?
I so believe say e-levy is a form of thievery by the government. I still believe. Because me just here say the people me ya katua. Na ba ko akogiri akobedo ne nya hye bank dia hye ne botom say me koto TV. Na so lo me say Ghana ye sesi ka twetwe die na kopente esika no. Nti ma me to me the electronics se be ya aban preach na all pretty say we have to have a cashless society. Nti me the sika no ma twa from the bank egu me mobile phone so me call lava and now me call first Americom akoto TV. Na se me do na se me use sika na me de it's as me di go me phone so no aban so what me tax. I don't understand and I don't understand that today.
And na mo oppose.
Yes, because it doesn't be that convincing. Because we first me adumani aban so me so no what the tax be also what e market so. Na me ko je ketua no na me say aban madwene wo ho. Enti me pese me ko je sika de bia na mai ton wache ton boko de bia Ghana sika tete. Enti we are preaching a cashless society. Enti me for me sika no engu me phone so. Me come say me cut off a TV 2000 wo si say sika ne go me phone so no me ye twa TV ne car I have to pay. Na odi okoji sika ne go ni bottom papers paper no tete ye be say sika sa competitive no on do kwa money into tax on it. This is not tenable. Enti argument I had this by then say aban must find innovative ways to collect tax. Na sika na ba na kwa Ghana tax ye twa no ebu kente mu nyunu nyafo sika ne gum be demonstrate one thing at show. Finance Minister of Parliament okobu COVID home quanta. Oko eneniam okan ba ko ne say aban spending $100 million at the Veronica buckets any ade in secondary schools. If that assertion is true, and to be say by that time no cedi dollar na you saying the cedi was selling at 6.2 something. One for 6 cedis. What they multiply $100 million it gives you close to $600 million. 600 million cedis. The entire secondary schools in this country. We have 1,182 secondary schools. Divide that by 600 million. That gives you something in the range of 540 something thousand Ghana cedis per school. And you be a school, no, you must student be a Veronica Bakatana. So it tells you, say even Sikano Mukodi, we had the friends say health minister. You go to a drop by Jamasi now, it will be $8 about $8. It will be $9. Now Ghana they on $17. So you have seen that even the tax we are paying, this MPP administration has not been truthful to the country. All because when you say they can come and say anything and Ghana would accept it. And you say, I am a fire idea. King Edward the slave. And you purely mismanagement. Now, King, and you want me catcher will say, from the beginning of this year, I buy over books. You who say, lawyer, so you decide to say, what the 400 million Ghana cedis, Embassy Cathedral. So you decide to say, oh, to Kwaya, you will see rent private jet. A bit, if what we are saying is true, a bit at the cost of $2,000 per hour. When you do that, you also catch and say, and someone yet here, one more point class example. The Biami Benin Medeba. Ukraine. The Biomodi example. No. Ghana must learn something out of Ukraine. Tell me Russia saw Ukraine. No. There was nowhere who has a military might of the Russia. The Ukrainians could have fed the German for within 1 week. And to when I say no, US are buying corset or fight Ukrainian president up to safety. On my saying no. Ukraine is my country. We live together, we die together, we fight together. So open someone Bibia, give me ammunition to fight. Okay, the Ukrainians and Koda and Ma and Pokrafo all say we have no country and we will defend Ukraine. And into Ukraine, Russia, and still they are surviving. In difficulties, leadership is key. Into when Omani Waya Ding, Yento, the Koduma Yentmincha, and name me by Ufijabemba, not the 2 gallons nearby. A gallon of petrol is for 60 cedis. You need 120 Ghana cedis out of your salary just a day to move from commodity to commodity. Basa, am I move for? What are you doing to us? Now, in the midst of this difficulty, now they will say, still our private jet, Would you say Gangantuan ex gratia? To listen say, I have fully be correct. We are returning ours. Would you say
Solo Sir, ex gratia, ex gratia, okay.
What's your condition?
Why not so higher now? The making of a particular regime now.
No, that's what I'm saying. That
so why do you bring?
You heard me saying,
ex gratia.
We are not in normal times. It's a mini.
Part of the majority.
Yeah.
Or part of the minority. Yeah. Ex gratia walking.
That is why a man can say. If I say government is paying ex gratia, Ubia Uchiaman be a once and make him so why in this difficult time we not to be doing this?
We have to scrap this ex gratia.
At least for now, I don't think you see we will come to part 2 where we have other workers saying we are starving to death because the peanuts they give to us, you have to take home. And it's these are things, it's a boss. Then people must be humble enough. They must come to Ghanaians. President Akoko, Papa Biobiana Pai Michel, the Biame Bonabaso. He was a leader.
Solo. Solo. President Akoko. I was here.
You are here.
I was here.
Miss Solomon
from your camp.
Miss Solomon.
And now somebody about so Dr. Nyako say, Omukrophobia and demonizing IMF.
Thank you.
But he is subset of that universal set.
Great leaders all over the world. So leadership. During the tenure of office, people don't understand them. They leave office.
So
then people. So now, for my assessment,
obvious.
I'm telling that for
yeah, 1% corrupt. It was at that point, Crampo, before time they say, Prophobia, Prophobia do so. For penny. And then.
Now, President for count. Put in put on count.
And yes, was it
not count? It's manifesting today. Was
it great leaders? I hope you saw and you so in
most cases.
Solo, I don't like what you're doing.
Okay.
No, I don't like.
No, I want to push.
No, you know me, why, brother? Percent listeners to the American.
Okay, go ahead.
Also, Kasa, also but yes, I make Kasa.
Thank you.
It's possible, say. When Nanado leaves office, one day you bet refer to a great leader.
Now, we have had the opportunity to compare Nanado, to compare Professor Ivan Shuatamis, may so rest in peace, to compare John Mahama and to compare the friend John Ejekumpufu. And I can tell you without any contradiction that of all these leaders, Nanado is the worst. But Nanado say, if I'm doing a comparison,
he's still active in service.
That's what I'm saying for now. I'm saying then because maybe I'm not welcome to. But today he's the West. I am doing President Akoko may not be an angel. President Akoko may not be an angel. President Akoko may not be an angel. But when you compare President Akoko to Nana Adamko Akufo, this video money now, President Akoko now becomes like a snow.
And when you compare President Akoko to President Mahama,
you see. No. I mentioned my
because you see
me bought the but one man can't present canon.
Thank you very much. Lawyer.
Okay,
Lawyer. Lawyer.
Counsel, come to my.
Oh, we are there.
Also, Oba said I can't say. When you are there, said,
I tell you.
Solo.
Oba can lecture news. It will Kenya.
No, Kasa will meet you. Also, President.
Also, we came.
Lawyer. She said, I said, Ghana, we have to go to IMF.
Yeah, okay.
But before then, IMF, now, the baby of Ghana, and there were more bem. My Ghana phobia, Sebu, Omutie, Pennyphobia, and the make your decision. Who say you only pay we Kingsley Yako and party me, your what Canada set TV and credit. And you were more Somosa. With the Ukraine war, you create Shas young for and answer Russia for 6. You had your own opinion.
Oh, yeah.
You will be your cell phone go. Entino ebi feel say ma Ghana phone bi omo ju omo di who say IMF eyi nipa boni ni papa and the IMF no omo koi na o ma peni say yakopemwa na ye dia ma yesikasem no agina kakra na solo kire say the air cosway NPP for the nyuntum say wo mo na ahye no mayi oka president said you see to kwan oka ex gracia ex gracia so afenu nyina no gudra wo ho no wa ji be 6 times and na oka and all my sister Abon ye ni but doctor nyakon so what the oka on say baby I be na force majeure yeah said that you the choice everything no
see mama share ba mama chia masafuma brotherhood asafuma mutie nyina anti Julie bichiu anti Maggie bichiu na this week IMF Abon not taking a very serious beating utie media na just say the landscape has been against the government because memeti say Abon say Ghana government finance minister and the IMF starting in Komono on the 1st of July. Me I got sick. Me disappointed because all along no, not in the weeks before King won't say Obushenibi no the hospital. Na yes started condition woman say nipa or that hospital bia enye ya wadwene no started condition say bia na watimi ewu enti say wanti na prekope ye ka tro say bia wawu meanwhile weeks na and I said days na before oni akon be wuru ni aka so ne ho beto no na prekope ye ka tro say nipa na wu a shoko ebu abempa. And me say that is what the shock I got because in the weeks before na ya my assurance say Ghana die yanko assurance yanko IMF enti me tie me yare pa because na me wa reshimu say IMF die lalai yanko enti omo ye me na for Facebook me say government must explain enti a yako IMF e be no more information be any and that's what we should do. Now IMF ayine ba no me start say me dwene ho anam say na fe me tie news yes other countries neighboring countries obi anko IMF ni abo Cote d'Ivoire ni abo countries bebre and I me so dey me start me research and you type IMF countries that have gone to IMF in 2021 to 2022 unya listen wa listen no Africa countries are Akko IMF since COVID in Angola, one of the largest producer of oil in Africa. In September 2020, 16 September 2020, Omko IMF, Omko G support if we IMF 765.66 million Ghana cedis. Benin Ekoi, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso Ekoi, Burundi Koi, Cape Verde Koi, Cameroon Koi, Central African Republic Koi, Comoros Koi, Chad Koi, Cote d'Ivoire. As I said, we near certain record state. Cote d'Ivoire ko IMF. Cote d'Ivoire ko IMF dia. And not just say no crese. You see, in neighboring countries. Ghana for nkwa na eko enye no kre because ewa ha omuko April 2020 omudi ka kwaji 295.4 million US dollars and omsa kwaji $590 million Cote d'Ivoire mini solo enti you know ha betimi the amount okay any ewa ha say Cote d'Ivoire akwakoji Ethiopia ako Gabon ako Gambia ako
bi Cote d'Ivoire ko no man crash solo enti
anya we ni bi don ko yo. Ko we ni bi a.
No ko dey.
COVID by na ya ka say ya making fast be abela ba Ghana ya kwaji size kan bi no. Size kan mo say ya kwaji bi.
And so ma kwaji.
Da bi we dey we ye ko IMF for policy credibility we ye ko full IMF no when the fact on that.
Eti na che
different team say different.
Any ya no chechi.
Edika ko ba ko.
Any ya no chechi. Any ya no chechi. Any no chechi say. Countries ni bi ankwaji COVID no because I affect you. Aha. Eti na che say COVID no omo a enya asusu no de. Omo ko kwaji. Eti na che say Togo ankobi. Eti na che COVID no affect Togo. But Togo's economy no. Enu greater Accra economy. Oh, eti say Togo ankwa. Ye in fact Togo me in fact. But Cote d'Ivoire de a bigger economy like Ghana. Eti say omo ko kwaji sika if we are for what they are. Na che say COVID no enya asusu. Anyway, abaye na am say eti reasons being na ebema aban akọ IMF. Question me busa me ho ano. And I'm say yenim dey happen here. Na say even aban ye na dwene so won kọ IMF. What is the alternative source? Aban betime nya. Etimi dia survival. Say be yan kọ IMF. IMF aye kan nyina aye bosia na ye kọ akọ bank. Akọ bosia. Na omo ba, omo conditions ni conditionalities na eba. Enu di ne ye mpe. Eti say edebe ne be ma aban aka so onko IMF. Eti in the weeks no and a media engagement government ede by no say o bitie ba ko mo network yi so om so mo peden budget debe mo camera bi but it means to say
Dr. Jacobo ana mo say e
budget debe
balance of payment
and no what you say man tia say balance of payment support na say
say differences about Osika or Jenny the Osaka kind of spending on. Because they be a running deficit mostly. At least no now not share your budget now or fiscal issues kakra. So we need that money to support it.
Okay. This is spending 100 million cedis.
Then you be 70.
You be 70. You call for 30. 30 cedis now.
This year your budget no project say you best spend 135 billion. Cities.
But say bibi sara mo party. Say titimu na me be say me tia say.
So already there was shortfall of 35 billion. What the interest payment ne amortization ka ho a you spend the channel wire
amortization no there.
Scout ya wo bosia eso ho. Enti no eno be ka ho a 145 billion no I was here spending. E benya 100 billion. So what gap of about saying about 45. So yeah. That's it.
All right.
Enti wache unu ya cheche mwidi. Yesi mahunu say waketua 100 cedis. Na so ofie expenses here 130 Ghana. Wash out to 30 cedis.
Good.
Tie say kwan be dey be fa so ebenya 30 cedis no. Cheche mu say na yesi mo cheche mu na mo use amortization ni balance of payment support. Ono mu nenam krom ni yanti sa abrofo no. Honorable. Sa abrofo yanti Mujechemu says Sika Edi no 130 cedis. Yesika so enya 100 cedis. Difference in 30 cedis. You have 5 for him. And I say, this is where I got sick. About 2 weeks or week before last 1st July. I say, no IMF. No IMF. Full stop. You call E-level. Eti, all of a sudden buying. IMF. That means you say, I didn't know all of a sudden buying. You call IMF. I feel na me tears say E-levy projections. 2 things. Either it was wrong or it was intentionally discouraged. So the be yes. Na me can be say sika no bi nyunu e wo GRA ho. E je bi o information bi a e so de man. Se GRA no sika no ko GRA na nyunu na mon kire baby a sika no enyunu fa because say ejeje E-levy no na se ba na se bi nyunu dia ene na e based on borders criminality enti we hwe kwan ya be solve na mum se ka se deliberately ye sabotage E-levy se dey be call IMF a me no problem because Binia to look as I know. Now, me person business a question, and they're critical. Maybe we better answer. What say? Now, me person who say it's the e-levies of yeah. Castilla, I prefer say because IMF and SOCD. I been enough money every e-levy because we are opposition to that. Say, a double taxation, a thief-free, beba. So you prefer say yenya e-levy no yenko IMF ana I would prefer say me no be chiremu eho because me feel say if e-levy could have succeeded then IMF should never have been the option. Ono so in his submission no ono the positions to be say e-levy there a non-starter
or prefer
No,
Debbie, me pacho. Enya Q. Pacho doc. Lawyer, enya Q&A. But the amendment me abuamu ati say or prefer IMF to e-levy because e-levy no ebema ahokyra ba Ghana for so.
Okay.
Eye krono IMF there. Se Ghana kwa conditionalities no. Emma, I which ma Ghana for so. A basse. We are putting your kind in tears here.
There is what being carried what I say, mammy. Also, with the interpretation, but no.
Okay, it's all open the Q&A. Papa Soul,
yeah.
IMF and e-levy, which one do you prefer?
IMF acquires a bank, maybe we go to a bank. He said, me home, look how you hear, ma. I go to the bank for money.
All right.
IMF, Ghana, you join, you contribute to IMF. Ghana going to IMF and you cry. And you going to IMF and you cry.
Thank you.
And that is almost prefer IMF
or not the e-levy. Or no, so
thank you. And it's idea. Then, when you're the old desire, when you're the OPE, why should we blame the government? But maybe not blame the government and they say, almost sure, yeah, I say 1 week before, even 1 week before, I'm saying IMF, not bang. So we be in the hospital. No one to say when he would the yard move ording. Not by because say shoko pa. I don't know. Not me, but me didn't have a shake for because of COVID. Omoko IMF. Who's Argentina? I call IMF because of COVID and the war. So many countries. And to me, you know, maybe if I were in that seat as a driver, knowing the facts, I would have made a different decision. Even though maybe IMF some, but me na me want to be on present is facts. He tell me say look, ebia where the car, and so omo break they are broken, and that's omo to me try a car. It is anko IMF for supporter. Yes, you are going to fancy what bank? It was a Bank of Ghana. Emma, all the banks ska some fanyedma. What is say? Bank of we say commercial bankrupt, Barclays bankrupt, we bankrupt. Omunyina bankrupt. That's it. Bank of Ghana or what? Because omunyina guidie. SMS ko seek support. Yes sir. Me so bosia me kwaji free. Abroche de be my banks yi. Maybe that is the reason why they went to IMF. And some can say the government must explain. Now Baba explain now issue amortization balance of payments of just here. That's what it means. You say you say you tifrima ebeka say
it said your first lawyer Adolfo na what say aban no decide so cry off.
I'm happy.
We am sure.
Yes.
Say after the explanation of amortization to you, balance of payment to you, and all the big broken down to you. I feel
and just my na to but who said not buy any choice. Yeah. So what I say, not buy any choice because omu desire no and yes on call IMF from day one. But maybe circumstances can force you. So on the mechanic. It's about sometimes you have to make a certain judgment.
But based on the fact say said the MPP from penning phobia. Including even Minister Nankasa or no or can't say Ghana. Yamami say the minister said or can't say Nyadia IMF ye option. Now omunya receive na fe ade eche ya party ne penny ba ko ne beto ho say na ban so say obenya X amount from e-levy. Na emu wenya intina ehun be hia say ebeko IMF na less than week bam ye ko IMF no. Ebinom feel disappointed.
It the minister kai.
All right.
Na me chairman.
But I can tell you, as my colleague, Deputy Minister said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight.
King, and nuntina, me shock no. Because now, me jidi say, about when you buy a person called IMF. That's so, and a man fatu hono. Omo mudi Kenya, kaso muntrialka. Misu mi kaso wako prepo si everywhere, binaba. That's what means trialka. What do? You have no choice. And to me, in a way, I was disappointed to hear the message say, Yako, we have started talking to IMF. I was disappointed. No 2 ways about that. Because almost condition in your mind say, we are not going. We are going to pay the e-levy. And the e-levy was to go in to help us. And I supported the e-levy 100%. Because of that, I was sorry or I'm not shocked. Say, e-levy afeli. Na the air me yan say, a man for jubilate say e-levy na afeli. And the air me et who mind say oh here sika. Ye raising or how was it no? Won't press you. Et ye kwa bontin in kobo bosi and ye open. Had been, but in United citizens who be out of view. And the more support to Americans against the Ukraine war. Made them buy. Say no, you people are wrong. And that was my view. When Mama expressing me home. And she said, Obi fi said, IMF is better than e-levy. One also say country broke or broke. We there inside. Then you know, say conditions in the back. Let's say strangle here. We there inside. And I mean what? Them mum no. About 2 ones so. And this thing is very important. Omunya party position anoma ja kantan so cheto bia kan kabino. About 2 bia ones so. We are in this position because of abattoir ebinomoto. Whether you voted for or you against. It means I'm position and say at this stage, I was not in that room. That many room will be. But I'm sure say, given the statements of Momeki, we are not going to IMF, no matter what. Mm-hmm. What you say out of pain?
No, we are not going to IMF. No, a different thing from IMF. Sabi will be true. And we'll call IMF. Will be Abon and we'll call IMF. Who said we are not going a different. But a being so now almost post and say IMF the wow be call. Oh, na mecho. And I mecho
say who share statements of Momekina, who to say out of a yow. Pa and the koi. So because Obi I will not see uncle you know to me all of a sudden within a short time was see uncle. Who said now Obi I saw they say chimpa. As I go bonko. And me say government intentionally set out to mislead us. Me sure.
Sabe na ye mutu na mo danta. Na ye mutu na mo danta. Kaza ka so.
Me sure that I said that.
Na ye mutu na mo danta.
All right, and 8th July. And sorry, no say 9th. Okay, no 9th. Okay. And 9th. Frank Esiedu Bequin, Mr. Frank Esiedu Bequin. Of the Office of the Chief of Staff, aka Protozoa, and I would happy birthday to you, Mr. Frank. I see you do be queen. So also na bafo kwamkusi, we have two for Uncle Biahine, and I would when him for no penny for you now, say I'm pay or mama, I would Uncle Biahine. Happy birthday to you, Mammy, and 10 Nameba, Matras, Dr. Kislinyako. ankasa agye ebrese chinchina etwan obeye rebatters yin so no se beba so a eji se bia ye nyina ye gitu ne ma ho kwan but ono asase king na onye rebatter eti pesa me busa the other members of the house lawyer me ma kwan for rebatters and aye kwan
oh yeah so obuba obi akra the lecture notes enti won kan ya orato a wo so obura busa osofo say office of preach ada so it is a big kama from obi ye free
me ba sisi a
it's all under yogurt. A nourishing snack. Check. Vitality. Check. Taste. Check. Vitamins, calcium. Check. It's all under yogurt. It's all under yogurt. Hollandia yogurt.
Enjoy a nourishing boost of vitality with Hollandia yogurt. Available in strawberry and plain sweetened. Fortified with vitamins A, B2, B12, and a source of calcium. Grab a pack of nourishment and level up. This advert is FDA approved.
Akoko Abon kukuruku adie chibia. Ghana man betu pon gina wo man papa wo dwene Ghana ho kane. Akoko Abon ye dwumadi amanyuku ahodo ne gina so da won da ye so a wodi makana man. MPP say ye ne wo sunu kokuruku a wodi ye chi asuo kam. NDC akatama so okata ne maso. CPP say ye ne nanan makoko nyina manyuku no. PNCC ye kube ane na magani amagashia ne hunu amagawo ho. Di Akoko Abon dwumadi wo Hello FM so. Memenda no pa bia. No, Akoko Abon.
All right, I saw baby 8 gone past 9. Now, Doc, we have been just a clarification pick and Percival Kofi Apadu, leader LPG Bafia. No, not just a Senka. No Ghana former crime will be president. Obey you only 19 ministers. Obey regional minister, sub position will be trim. In fact, after program, no bems a bed drada. And lawyer neighbor could train imagine see a Davis to say that minim, but yes, the man to me and Busano say a prelude to me foul no nepe enkase or chat regional minister sab a debrinum a constitutional provision intino say open so you free wa LPG chair a leader TNE this is a way constitutional review a back appointment of regional ministers a mandatory deputy regional ministers and constitution say the regional minister the president in consultation with the regional minister may appoint deputy or deputies in Tikovi until say obey constitutional amendment now we use a bit in every one. That is the position of the constitution. Thank you. Dr. Kinsley Nyako, next 5 minutes.
Yeah, Mate. Na solo say yebenya power no na omadi kan about the economy no gains na nyina no was already made and I disagree with him. Ken say offer at na depo de jawa I don't chase the banner on the jawa no with my suyi say betimi agina eja job there obeye ya buy na ya be pick economy na grow by 3.4 no ya pijemu edeko 8.4 that is progress but 2008 jeku for time ye free so no ye jomo GDP growth of 9.15 omo be this no the from year no omo dey call 4.8 they went back yeah kind because of proper management. In share pie, they go based on our policies. No, I didn't know it's my tumpon. Yeah, better than Kedi and Sabesha, the demi from and Comano Ebeko from the city, almost Besumuno, or Mano Echo from to 4.8%. No, or say, oh, and simply a solo car interest payment, near amortization or car or zero, near 100%. One fat data be a compound, it is a sir. Bakin, no cry a woman say, Tama, yeba nya 2 million. Na Oshe be the say earmark funds. Earmark funds. And no kwa your revenue. That's what not a 35%. Now all the earmark funds, all the interest payments, and the compensation SRS. Now I mean your company now you 141.3%. That was in 2016, 141.3%. That was the reason why you did EMA Funds Capping and Realignment Act about 2017. No. So, you bet EMA funds no about 25%. You know about 3.2 billion cedis up. You other priority projects. So we came and met that 141.7%. And now your revenue, you call these line items. Now, over to self figure, how do you do? Also, the animal ego so that with me address it. And of course, because of the cost of we are seeing Mamontino, currency now in L form. I agree, but Solomon and exchange rate performance no. Even though you are what you are making better than NDC when they were there. 2014 no. Meaning see you know how they fall by 34%. 34. That time, what was the crisis in the world? Energy crisis. They couldn't even handle the energy crisis. 34% in 2014. That was so bad. The following year, and almost some basically support from IMF. Osha almost record that almost not the city was not doing well, but at least 2020, you may see the man see that what they know about form to 3.9%. Last year the same 3.9%. Until now, it's not doing well. Even now, it's not even up to the 34% you guys did in 2014. So what are you talking about? Can you say the NDC MPP record now? Even in the midst of difficulties, I appreciate you. You be BS, you bet addressing. I'm not gonna fall on no. I was far better than when Mama was there. IMF, you gone there. Now you feel say. With our programs and policies now, a work budget, can no go to and can go. But lender of last resort, we have to go. But why? Mama, what can say Yanko IMF? When he was asked, what can say Yanko? He told us that we're not going to IMF.
So you took a leaf from her?
No. I'm saying, I'm talking about history. History American, or can say Yanko, later no, we went. Okasi Yankono and share banner or demonstrate teacher Ghana for say ABC didn't Tinebe. But we demonstrated with levy or say a avenue to or say Tivri. Don't go there, don't use those words. Science 7 and fatal. Because this economic policy of the government. You're debating in the house. Why do you say it's Tivri? Why? This is a tax intervention. Tax, you can disagree with it. Say only a but don't use those words. Tivia, if you got power in future, are you going to equate it? And then no. I'm say what is
say profligacy kahun. With this no, and I say more expenditure. Those are profligacy different from corruption. Bia adibio a Nissan Kabia, Ubetimia, and alternative. But now, go for this, which is more expensive. Ubetimia, actually, and I'll be yano.
Oh, sir, you didn't give specifics.
Especially presidential
flights, no. I want to be my counsel I found because, the point that my opinion on two kwakeke or took and presidential, flights, no. You have a catcher of parliament say. Intimate call distance of beyond 6 hours. Ken, baby, I 6 hours piano. My penny a yusu. Why it is more than 6 hours? No, I don't penny. My penny recently couple. Ken, we all know say he stopped until Nigeria or two kwaya because of industrial accident. Now a war, I think was it Romania, one of the East European countries, or I think Belgium.
I'm saying each less a Belgium.
That was why he used it. You know. Aya omunya isa enzono kano. Minya enoma ebo local food ekoso. But Solondim say who determine price of food stuff and our services are. Minya there's what we call price of enoma shim. Na anobia ono edua body ewo kasapin. Body no odeba. Na say energy price ekosura. Ken the okofa enoma no driver no ni pen no ebe affect the no de ba no But what is important is say as we speak now, so don't say onya edonini. Oti hoi, erofo aye.
Oh, Debbie. And no quantity. I disagree.
Onya edonini.
You only pack a seal.
Debbie na funa koso.
I course, Debbie.
So no,
Debbie. Because also make us a time I owe downtown. I want to see. In the Perugia. Now, it's I'm so castle.
So, and I want to say, I obviously a question be about revenue targets. Revenue targets, no. Yes, CD. That is true. But what is CD revenue target? And non just say, Wamania or woman, no. To a church. Because a target, also ABA over 55 million or billion. Now we have 57. That difference, no. And not just say, bet me have to say all other problems. Also, someone say, I find a margin, no, a cost sweat me SCDA. So, Oko share budget of 2021. I will say, most of these gains, no, I have from the ports because of the paperless intervention at the port, no. What I say. So these are how you need to look at it. One can say we are consulting, and say I'm opinion. Akufo-Addo is the worst president. Oh Jesus Christ! Maybe my yamen can
or say
yamen can
say great leader be you who know Abra would free office. So who knows? Said that be
oh now me say if you take opinion Akufo-Addo recording the performance. I mean, Bibiano. Eh? Tama 2015 graduates enya jumanye. Mahama ekache or say onye magician. Now Pedro or say he's not a magician. Doomso time by how to face Doomso say you use multiple phones. And I'm not Doomso ekoso. And now Akufo-Addo are taking decisive leadership in this country. Decisive leadership in this country. Unemployment issue cost no, but I will reduce no drastically. That's the record of Akufo-Addo as compared to former President Mahama. I'm a checking record. Now, Tama to the parliament.
5 minutes in the
year. Tama to the Prata cast I'm checking 2 weeks ago. Minya Obayano. Okasa the first person who spoke was Ato Forsen, the ranking. All the sharp guys. On the castle face, Obo Kenofria Tabaso on the floor. Nami wo or say why consistent with his figures. He had been sincere and honest. Pepper who spoke, Mama ranking and a cancer. Otiha and now to a yampia. And oh, it was there. He spoke. Everybody knows that. What's the matter? I don't know. Minya, you better know me. Makase. The Yakumino, Minya, a idea, a hard.
All right.
But I buy a demonstrating. Say, the Yakumino.
This one too short. Pass. Thank you.
Yes, man. Chief.
Quick, you see, I am the say most of the things I said still remains, and me a few days so. You make now and can't someone and you know quench a gunner for. And my you know yamra, very difficult times. Now, your mind share. That is why we need to be very truthful to ourselves. When you are Dr. Kesley, I'm not yet can Busiambo, you never agreed with us. But we are here, partly because of that. Now, maybe some people before no anytime everybody discussion, a coming one and can do so the ammonia come. Because when it comes to the energy sector in contemporary politics, see a cast here, contributing positively to the Ghanaian energy sector. John Dramani Mahama stands tall. John Dramani Mahama, Tema doom so by no, ye be in the era of the NPP, and a president before your president. One car generators about my moha. Na yenya okunini wa NPP mu describe generators say a toy generators. And na me no ka say generators ni gwa binchi. But see now, you see. John Dramani Mahama do so buy no. Or say, I will fix the problem. And truly, 5.5 years are MPP bar by me. John Dramani Muhammad Sanu Juma. John Dramani Muhammad Sanu Juma. A Juma dia wa ye. And Kodia Okoye. And what do they na moody? Because MPP, when it comes to the energy sector, you have contributed zero there. This is one factor. Nanya Hong Kong. Obia Trapam say, Mimbisa almost say. I did John Dramani Muhammad. I had trouble gas. Now you took petrol or Mamua. I told them Mosi Aboka, you took the fango. Mosi petrol, the coffee, a German ever. The dollars in a coffer until the boarding. But John Dramani Muhammad, I had trouble gas. The liquefied petroleum gas from a jack. Your son will fear dear. Ghana yan yetu. Ghana yan yenwa. Oman payini nana adadanko akufo Ghana was me bisa say. Adenti na no boy den sa. Adenti. Yes sir. Adenti na no boy den sa. Enti masa when it come to do so there be me bisa oman payini na do mamusa kesenya akọ. There be nyawa nyambotre. When it come to that era, men don't go there. Papa, say Ghana for better mwase. Say Ghana for any mobile dream now become we are. MPP for mumra for. Na abeti pejano sanya kano. A dosun dodo. Abeti pejano a dosun dodo. Me say, and I repeat again, in any serious jurisdiction, finance minister kasa ye na ka 1 week. No man be kasa ye call epic. You call IMF. Question. Again, necessary. Many financial analysts will be kasa. If we are buying assertion say COVID is not doing well, no, it's not right. Right, I say for every implementation of any tax, I'm a science student. And Newton's third law of motion says, and I quote, that to every action there is an equal but opposite reaction.
Well played.
Action and reaction and action are equal.
Well played.
It's only tax in the buy, definitely for the first month, people are going to react. And that reaction is in what we are seeing now. Moving forward, and maybe amount for reaction in now will go, and the tax will peak. And therefore, if that assertion is true, and they're not so Pabia MPP can say tax no perform in the first month until you acquire my friend saying. Again, make as I can say, from the beginning of the year, the MPP administration knew no money, Basolo, some requirements. They were not truthful to us.
A sustained campaign. Say, what will be making sure say, you bet deflated. Sa everything.
No, Ken who say, maybe can with ya. So look at the numbers in Ghana's parliament. I'm ready to say flagging of Moses say we feel hono enye adwuma. George say yeah George. Say asem
say you pass at the end of the year. Still was there any sustained campaign?
Who say yeah
the communities.
And common course I'm a classical example. Kaninanka me full car be kwada minister. It you said about say can I pay with Momo? I hope you are with me. Kanina who ko to dia. But very good. And see, a name getting Nanka out of the ordinary. Nipadi momo bechiano. Tax we buy no. People are being reluctant. But I normal. You see, I normal. I use the word say I normal because of the reaction. I hope you are with me. As time progresses, all this reaction will fade out, and the tax, what is called the e-levy, would peak again. And after first month of its implementation, say. And one hard bank and also a binding to call IMF. It can make catches you say. Right from the beginning of the year, the MPP administration knew that they were going to IMF. The E-levy was just a bait.
All right. I mean that's solo. I mean come and
only be come go na.
Wait a minute. I am sorry na mun ko come na.
And say
come to Canada.
We share analysis away now.
Thank you.
Would you say initially no? Now the government either the government got it wrong or the government was optimistic. So be nyasa figure. Yes, sir. And yes, sir. Hey, yes, sir, Anka. Within 1 week before the figures came. Come on, my own continue with my assurance.
When you do a treaty,
So
fail of IMF first. When you got to fail of living first.
And I mean, so
When you got to first.
so a part of government. When you are coming, because when you inside that, Konya side.
All right, sorry. Come away say no.
Anything on your floor. Almost said that. And almost thought it. Effort. Oh, okay. Or say they should be given credit. Say, I'm frustrated. No. That is it. Friday night. It is true. Friday night. You can't call IMF.
Any pay what call to me pay.
And this is for.
So if me pay me, I am
Can me say day now. You can't see call IMF no Friday no. NDC MPs no almost sa agbaja pa.
Hey.
Almost sack, but we. Omania, that didn't I'm a real boy.
Evidence.
That didn't I'm a real boy. Say Ghana ni. And no my idea go come say money and 2 pono. But more time. Energy prices no. All the bills you bought are a far tax no. Yeah, prove you.
Because
cooperative.
Because they were sound.
Because they say or say a bomb minor. We were thinking about Ghana. Say or say a bomber or man not me 2 pono. And yes, sir. And yes, sir.
Okay, what was that question? Was it Haruna and Kahi? Maybe I channel graphic online. Graphic online. NDC proud government lost half-year e-levy revenue.
But this is something man.
It was
He said he never said we orchestrated that.
I've been born
on cancer.
Solo, Mame that's it. Mame come and kakra. Solo and a Dr. Kingsley Nyakwe. Mame text messages kakra bi na fe yen koyenim. Area Kusi our central market was saying, let's continue to support the president. Ghana is not the only country under the prevailing economic crisis. Ronaldo is a listening president and he will solve their problems. He will solve the problems. Okay, and ono channel here no chia some critical atrophy kaswa. Totally. Okay. Let's say signals to go to IMF for bailouts were all clearly written on the walls when e-levy was about to be introduced. But the NDC marshaled all forces to sabotage the e-levy. Then the only alternative left to resort to IMF. Government invested heavily to save the lives of Ghanaians from COVID-19 fatalities. Okay, critical. Nana Kwamwabuati wa Ablikuma Central. Or say the NDC making merry of our return to the IMF simply shows how desperate and empty they are. They don't have any solutions to Ghana's problems. In fact, they are Ghana's biggest problem. And or Checha and Krofosa. It is all. I mentioned second round as if you it's about this teachers strike. Yeah, say bare 5 minutes be enough. But the woman say Abon sister aduane na omo akono until further notice. But mate say aduane say obekọ kra nkona na akasa kra na omo ma enti say sa further notice na bantem na wait be ama solo 5 minutes your time starts.
Ken, a very difficult situation. One thing is clear, the country is broke. Omani niska. Say okay ka we books what you komodi what you dem penny for ka sika your money. But baby edi abegina baby jani say ye wo penny for bi omudi eso a oma peja omechi too much. Enti say
oma peja oba be say
they don't want to admit wholly that we are broke.
It is a will be any when you're broke.
Obi
no when you're just what peja na beti.
Who say you kase money broke. Now say you broke. We share Bible quotation ya. Tell my mokoko who money because we cannot do. We have we have everything. We can do that.
So what is arrogance in that? Now because we peja na beti asana chire.
Oh that be nyaro.
What say say obi peja na beti.
The point is that he doesn't want to concede.
And try and pick your words.
But the reality is that The reality is that Makacha will say 3 budget items. Eya consuming all our first income generation for the year. The assignment of question say a teacher for unlike just like all other workers in this country are suffering and suffocating to death. Ahoche naba utiba bi na ofaka na kwa adwuma and transportation a double and a more bottle ukwa utimi to. And now everything a cost into the teacher, the nurse, the doctor, every Ghanaian worker is also in difficult situation. As a Muslim said, what do we do in the midst of such difficulty? And nothing Ankasabre, we are joining as a nation. Ye did the crack change Pabusha way. The ability is not there. Because to be very honest with you, if you do a little calculation, teachers' population 350,000, almost salary compensation multiplied by 20%. Any joke. But the reality is that the reality is that the teachers are suffering. The reality is that buying policies be any the way what mismanaging economy no and the question, what do we do? And see now teachers if starting raising flag way boss I check from the beginning of the year. Last year, 3%. This year, last year was 4%. This year was 7%. No, Mukasa. And then one year, you could just went to be tardy. And see, Uncle do maybe a buying. So 1 year we would have no option to lay down our tools. Government should have been proactive by then. A buying should have done something. Sabre, Uncle, who shared your phone? Once you pay 20%, what's your books more? The hard truth is that perhaps we cannot pay the 20%. I can give you 1. I can give you 2. I can give you 3. Then the person will say, you empathize with him. What do you need? Because what to do with your mind? What you got them? Who fruka nibi? Who top petrol? Who try danka? Who say, Yauna Okombi? Pastor Oko, Xiaomo. Now, cause one kai say, COVID time you Piamoka. One kai say, time any wrong. One kai say, Sunny money there, so. And see, I would have wished or they have agreed that they are going back the next week. They are meeting again. The teachers must do a broader consultation. Leadership. Leadership. I'm a teacher. The irony is that let me be very candid. Let me be very candid and truth here. Our 3rd years were writing exams. In the mock, a few days, no more mock. So there was that consensus, Yanshana and Kodano and Mokonovi. I thought it was prudent. Because how could I work from 3? Was media power. And could I win no more shares from 1 COVID by a more waiting a fee barely about a year. Jim Crow waiting a fee 1 year. So send do from 3. Let's say, Ibisa bar. Double agony. We empathize as a teacher. Sometimes we should move for no matter 3 years now, they get love. But to me, overly and sacrificing with the fact that things are not going down well. That is why I think, in this very difficult, thriving times, there ought to be a balance. A pusher, I say, yeah, show goodwill. Now, a bias, I show goodwill. Near meeting halfway, so that the teachers will not die out of suffocation. That is my candid appeal. Now, Ken, the assignment very instructive. They say, you have heard within the week about supplies, Echo schools room in feeding our little girls and boys in various schools. I think that the government must be now some of the conditions let's all fit into a difficulty. That is why I was terribly disturbed. Minister for I think Labor on Joy FM, I heard him. And now Oka say, Papa Nibusa say, so do we have to review the free SHS? I think the first he said yes. And I said, and then Amoka say review means cancellation. I said, there be. Send this because a reviewer, it means cancellation. Send people because a reviewer, it means you see, what is our post away? It makes people take entrenched positions. I hope you know what I mean. So wake up reviewer, I guess I cancel. Wake up reviewer, guess you same word, but two people. Because I bet you that's what I mean. But I think that where we have gotten to, education last resort. Government must listen. Teachers must also friends a reason with friends kakra say ahoche wo ho na ban no emra emme hu say dey ye bubro na ye ne den. I think that the conversation no cause na say ye hu books. These are the things many teachers are very considerate and they want this country to move forward. But Ken,
including your good self,
including my good self. Now ye ka say nyano I will say you who moderate one aban no so ne ye ni sikadie kwan of fast poster quota kese o mo hye ni ade but bismo ye hu om no o say you who say be business wo ho sa o kan be ko anam de pa convoy a esaso be 50 akonwa ba ko a esi V8 mu enam sa sika kese a wuti din a na okoma ya wo ya no I will say adwumayefo no so hu say won ya ehwe sika sem so no won so make concessions be and no community dey be. But for now there I empathize with the Ghanaian worker. For now, the Ghanaian worker is struggling. For now, I get Ken. I'm ready my for. But I think that
Papa so
Ken, I said this passionately.
Papa so
on daily basis.
On this note, drink some
government
water.
must listen to the workers.
Thank you.
Government must be transparent with the workers.
God bless you.
Government must show commitment, and the workers should also
sip some water. Thank you. Papa so. Najib is way.
Ken, I want to idea.
Papa so. Now,
yeah, I am saying, Yadia to say, or my him, Ken, what can be, my penny, Agasa Adiatum. Here, say, we better catch us say you are on him, and Ken, Yajitum. And I best say, you are almost dear. I would have put a shy level no. Say almost share what is happening. Na yamwa na yan sacrifice said the baya or minor and use them. Initially na make I say I was in support of the cola. My cow peace FM I made that point say because now negotiations are so. Makin, I can say at this time no strike no start abra. You now say you call IMF for negotiation. Once I mention, and any decision be about better kibiano, a sector of the economy so Abon is very careful about that because when we say Abon can say ministries, capital expenditure by 30% no, affected development in other areas. Because maybe yakoa ahochiemu Abon can say omo amusia de some year nurse for the teacher for omo allowance no yetwemu no e de ahochire ebe den ebe school for no e de ahochire so beko awofo so na omo ye nhye say empoye ya charge ebe osiapom no ye book am say allowance kan no be so me de omo twem because of ahochire so an intervention bia no e certain negative effects obi be benefit obi so be den ebe suffer enti no a difficult situation. Now I'm can school for the near daddy. I'm happy say I buy no musia. Yenya who the contest no. I buy any open to them. Or mere books no. Na yen de be. Me mo there. Make I say any decision for how to sacrifice no. I'm in support of that. Every worker say I buy say be a worker, but in this times no take that decision na thing. Because a normal boy echo. So you now say circumspect. Now you shares the times now you no. At your time also you're very careful. And yes, a economy will be further dislocated. Because now a big argument said, oh, taxes now a war your fuel products no. A also into ye be free so. May not be fast, but I say me John me sit say okote tax in be free so. Mean you are bound lose revenue. Olozu revenue and no man or say buying says can osan call the no buy intimate enye actually no you no teacher for the best sermon munya abotre ema aban no aban money omo engage na yen strike a compromise so that go am panya ka say the economy no temporary enche will get over this enya abotre na when we say enya abotre na yetieti yan ho they won't say Abon kind of crack. I think say but at time that the misconception I am out for me just look up with that impression as if say no my born in a political artist you blame it on a politician now where you other public officers of film this is completely unfair because the cost of memono nipa bi omonya politicians so juma omu dia no ma ye no enyamrasem
Even
but bibia corruption na ya kan ko ho it's not only about politicians.
Sure.
What you say? Auditor General support 2021. I've seen it. I've seen the figures. What you say? Ocean infractions now. And the public servants, civil servants. So, or in your system there. So, Auditor General, they be also most strengthen the rules and all that. Musika fa sase no. Then na yede yomo. We are losing billions through public offices and all that. But about leadership politicians. Now politicians who are there, me say, this country, you know your responsibility. Say ye and no in the right way. Say now you can't about waste. Yeah, no ma yeah. Let me deal effectively with waste. Any corruption. I tell you say, may the home but obi a wote oye boss or baby obekono one first come why the onye ma and these are the things that are killing us but we also you who say you will omabi at the chile teacher for I mean you be the job for so as some for no to awofo nim because say so se kai no these are the same crop of pupils menua COVID buy they lost so many benefits and all that we also esamba you do my bro. Now at the end of the day, no, say when you na eba, na say later no do pen saka, they are gonna lose no or buy an saka. Young come back to the classrooms. Now young so young negotiate. If you say I know better say or better free. I mean share TV and gonna be I'm gonna more school. So can't be minya tino yentimi enko back enko chade. Abra ne aban ekasa. Can one of them channel? Enti with the part say we are in a very critical situation. And the common teacher need be an say and just self-inflicted. Teacher need be an say me kind of cry.
Almost name no. Yeah. Intino say in the first minimum be or say now fuel in the car 150 a week.
Yeah.
And our the school. Say just a fuel 400 Ghana. Inti saying na obetimi the anyasa any wakwa ye be ukuada. Inti I am say almost very genuine reason for demanding what they are doing demanding.
Look home say at any teacher for Ken yeah tihani na in one way or the other no. Ken we are all going through yeah Minya, me car me used to fuel up that we are going through it. No, your purchasing power is why they is what one channel. So I'm saying say it's buying any IMF officials negotiations. And you know, you trade the ebakusi. So support now buying a pen. I hope say maybe a bit me after say some of these issues now you regional. So na bra only me say negotiation. Now after negotiation no problem a buy will find some fiscal space bia but next can be about me at the abwa. We say 2 or 3 weeks ago on your bigger platform with some I was saying say a buy should do something about the cola. What I say should do something about it. But a bank also will look at the books. It's come on man, I don't think say a buy say or call IMF for this intervention. And to know, you come back, now you share the outcome of it. So now you negotiate. I think say next week they are meeting.
All right, thank you.
I'm going to meet say, but then you can. I will phone you now. If I don't do Solomon, I'm so young.
Lawyer. Remember, can't say me say a solo a doctor can run the adjournment.
And what is it? I open you no committee as I was before.
Me hwe wani mu a.
What do you want to be?
Me hwe wani mu a. Munya wo beka se.
Me be for so.
De unu aka no de o fa.
Me for so.
We de what is a new unit of police here friends form police FPU. Original director, the original commander, a friend of commander, count the. Commander, I'm a pay count. Mr. Count the. It also count the.
With before we are in okay, now, sir, cost of living allowance. Now, what's the name of it? Now, in Jazzy, so long as you move, and I come over Chichima. What is a teacher for say, or market piano? Nemo wedding. Jemo Malawa. Na ekusi wo mo kakra enye pipi na be say a form of salary on top of what they are getting and was here this na the problem I want to say why only teachers, what about other workers?
If what the over there about registered nurses and midwives.
I don't need the problem no. Me king me will problem with even doctors on cost strike. Me feel say the government should give every hospital a budget. And so say every year, we'll give you maybe 200 million cedis. More employ more doctors. Thought us here. And who need government any arrangement to be here? And say, confirmation, no more and almost sorted out. And no be save all this union agitation in the whole country. Not doctors see a cost strike. So
there's a confirmation also. And also internally generated funds. But then almost also
but see the government employs the doctors. The whole country, the whole country we have a problem. Say unionization, it may a bit to strangle any government. The moment say union cut across the whole country, it becomes so powerful. Say they can gridlock any country, any government.
Ken, the reason why in the budget they introduce fees and charges now, because you will say some of fees no over the years no they are the same. In Tianka, radically na can you pass by 5%. So the buyer be a coconoche, enough sika. So that gradually no, bet me more are resourceful. Then their burdens wouldn't be on the government.
But you see, so maybe problem they say, still the national budget and you did all the work is maker. So it is open in a union on your agree say you call the Busosi, Amalibeko, Accra Beko, Kumasi Beko. That is the seriousness of what
who engage the plano one-on-one basis. Do now so no and will and answer
take you.
But
take you.
This is how our leaders have said.
The way to break that unionism is to say, okay, every public institution, this is your budget. Employ your own doctors. So it's every second for is doctors are not happier. They deal with their management. And then the whole country doctors say you call strike. So that means lawyers is super strike. Because they are the employer. So they can say the whole they say teachers in the SU and I said nurses also at Tekwaho. That it will never end. It's when you're careful when you are putting our figures 20%. Now, we are not necessarily yet Tekwaho. Doctors who cry the SU. I don't need a problem. I don't be slow.
I bet this local
I can't come in here.
Oh, say, minimum Bahatiaka. Can I be Bahabia and Ken? Kenny change coffee or her, Uncle Bear coffee. The reality,
almost solo wouldn't say, I don't want to say the man, the parent in the anthem say, oh, it's say,
it's 20% allowance. Teachers no dey no. Obia nya against you. But as some say, government now, I can't see how the government can pay for it. And the movie are necessary yet.
Not only that the government will not pay, but it can pay.
Yes.
And just say, oh, Jack, but oh, Jimmy. And yes, the pity of what goes watch review.
No, government must be there. Government must be there.
No, as much as can say. Ken, well, me say, as we speak now, maybe Koso, you need support for.
Maybe I be sankre we.
And I will need support. And Baba ye be a Koso. So until no, Omon come back. Kwasa, yeah. Afterwards, no. I mean, we'll deal with that. So
okay.
Yes, so my.
Mo fa someone dream say asema make as a lawyer nka no man take the okan lawyer before am so nti ono ne de menka lawyer okan say
besi before me no so nemo no ye hwe ne ye ko teachers pe other public servants
that's all promise
I also waiting
that's all promise
okay I said tell Solo to spare our ears there was no COVID and war during the time of the NDC. But they were unable to do anything significant. Even fuel prices were up. MPP is the better party. Honorable Abilele, the text message. I don't know.
No, you come from the as always. Why is it?
MPP for coming and then our channel.
Yeah.
And our channel. Yeah. All right. They say almost percent ubia ebifia bribe. We won't tolerate bribery and vote by MPP aspirants.
Says why? Sure. You see, what can I call?
Mr. Peter McMahon has said the National Election Committee has engaged the Ghana police to help enforce laws. Chese ubia yebehu say or engage, but bia Solo yetwe bia dako. E normal bit me asesa.
No, it should.
Dako bi wan say police for anase adi for anase yuku for anase agripu ubia all tia bribe and auto vote e wo party conference and election.
Boss, it should. No, see a trip break. See him.
Lawyer. That be how I would say, yeah, reorientate here. Yeah, because you're not Ghana. Not just any that's how we crowd lawyer because of almost.
I deal with saying Jaya. Yeah, movie and share the bribe in our party no man see about radio so because
what we are victim.
Sure, sir. No, so you see, this kind of things, I say them and speak them with passion.
It's exclusive for
MPP. We don't get the cream de la cream to help the gross political parties. It becomes the highest bidder. And it's hurting our body policy.
Yes,
seriously.
Yes,
you see?
Yes, so support to candidate be some support to Nampa. Anabi.
Nana Wachi of the MPP. Oh, he's a friend. He likes me, I like him. Who say, you can't Fox FM and Nana Wachi, what could you get on family brother?
And you support him.
Oh, your brother. You see, my cousin, say,
hey, do you or do you not support him?
Nana B. Oh, he's a brother in another party. I support him. He's a brother in another party.
Doctor.
Yeah. McMahon, in fact, luckily for me, no. National Council meeting, Mikobi, the issue came up. And Bill Boss now, you say, you're raising the down and all that. And can I make me know you say I do tell you, I'm not seminar, seminar, because you see, about any other jurisdictions, no. Elections, you spend money, but it's kind of all spending volunteers, or more campaign amount, adverts near there. That's where the money is where you're messaging. Because I'm first time make up my brochure with my message and everything. As I'm covered there. Because all them now, all castle be ABC, no. So a company say, wait till I make you a double. What's a channel? So that's a problem. And I'm hoping say, you able to me, I am forced to, you know.
I'm hoping I'm for saying. All my observers say, Ubia co-office, especially MP for now. We both say the first 2 years, no. And so we say, or build it. The war chest now at the appropriate time. It is Dr. Crow can be found and say why that is slow. Because
Bianca,
what's all kind because Ghana. Okay. And they say, I come in Chimu, with a bunny penny. Okay, Dr. China. One minute in the contest. We could see no radio be so nakwano kasaya. I feel my filia kwano. Toko campaign of say we need Dr. China beko. To no far na far. Me for cars move to more Dr. China. Un maso o maka tell say na the kra ni say. Masa e je free hono and mo say abroche say too good baby kra. Adie. Also the
kra ni say.
And say
Dr. Christian
abana ye box no ye be say baby you do no party for ye be say mo menko yi omo betimi aboa ye mo omo amagba no ma ye bi da omo esmo omo ne mo aka no ye the right people o betimi adan aboa ye na bi wo bia me chiao na say o fe ma che ya fe me o de me nya ba kopen no.
All right, Nana B, some yes.
Mr. Omibanya na and then your mommy by teacher who say me time the way by fetch me. Me papa bi on weekend. Ote asankari na no hodo do na kakra. Na oba ne ba o tafo say obejaya resa. In fact tafo G na okwa tafo include wa ote wa de ko ne ba ru adem ba ya wa hu papa ni bi. Be say ye kase be na o twemi no ni wo hu no. Ode opanya kwase agi. Enti tafo Empotamu wa bi anase wo papa bi ane tifi no be 54 there about when it will be aso no ipacho o friend bana ne bana ni atata ko akoko papa so bana ya hwe na go yaba o fe telephone number 0240 399 607 0240 399 607 bacha buchani nyina be na wotwe ya ti ho abuso a ya hwe no.
All right, so
no bi omo
I me so and me fia no ma about one I me call Tulip Randy Abbey and in-law and the birthday 70th anniversary.
Now, yeah, that's so fair about Tulip view.
If I was a city hotel.
If
I was a
what do you
that be all. Oh, sir, that way. If I was a
it's all for the Bramble. Lancaster, Kumasi.
Wow. and I have baby. And I have baby. It's about 1 p.m.
Okay, well, Dr. Kislinyaku, thank you very much. Adolfo, thank you very much, Solomon. And thank you. May the King Edward the Slave, may the Kenneth Obin, and Kwame Wilder, Margaret, and the entire crew. Ye damwas semo buama media course. Never what that's a ye best Samuel Joaquin Booking comes up next with sport.